So you guys are now well recapped. Lord have mercy. So you guys are well recapped. Everything is all set. I believe where we last left off, the scene right before was you guys giving back to the community. You guys gave the money that Bellius had taken from everybody, and you distribute it back out to the rest of the people, to the rest of the people of the town. From there, it was told to me last session that you guys were going to have a easy time getting to the monastery from where you guys are. There's not going to be any encounter or anything like that. I have no problem disclosing that information. So my suggestion to you guys, get on the road. The story is yours.
You didn't even skim anything off the top of that? Come
No.
on, guys.
You weren't there last night, so you don't get us last time. So, I mean, that's how it works. We said we're not profiting from it.
Are we walking the whole way?
Probably.
It's not that far, apparently. It's less than like half a day's walk.
Oh, I was gonna say, because I want to start making some rope arrows if I have a chance.
I mean,
you guys are technically within downtime.
Yeah.
Okay, so how much downtime do we have?
You guys have about a 2 days worth of a walk.
Okay.
that's different.
Well, let's see. You're walking, so you can't do anything enchanting wise. So I do have a lot of things I'm trying to manage, though.
Ooh, God, I finally. Oh, Kit.
What?
Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. But how involved is what you're about to do? Because I want to talk to Den about something.
I don't know. I'm still capturing everything in my head again. Give me a second.
Okay.
It's not like I don't have like a long.
No, you go ahead while Den gets his stuff ready.
Right.
Well, I mean, okay. Well, I mean, it involves Den. Like, it's a conversation with Den is the thing.
Is this the portal thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Like I said, asking a sorcerer to teach you spells is probably going to go as well as asking Brain to teach you things.
I mean, he is a doctor.
I am a doctor.
And
look, doctors are not necessarily smart.
Well, damn, roasting Dr. Brain over here.
Yeah, like the ones who get doctorates in gender studies.
Jesus. A lot of roast going on tonight.
Okay.
I guess I found what I'm fighting Casey over.
You're an art teacher, first of all. Second of all, you don't even have a doctorate. So.
Yet.
But you're still saying things about gender studies.
Listen, I've already got to come fight your husband, apparently. I'll just do you after him. Like, that's fine.
Why do you have to fight Soccer Daddy?
Phrasing.
So Sabrina's Facebook post said that I had to physically fight my third so gotta go fist him real good.
Oh, Jesus.
We're recording.
Oh my God,
Okay.
chaos. I mean, yeah, no. I feel like based off the application of magic, like if you give him the circle and like explain a sorcerer's thought process behind it, Kai would be able to work it out for himself. Not easily, mind you, but he would be able to grasp it.
Maybe.
So I mean, it's up to you. If you're ready for it, I can do it or not. I can wait till someone else goes.
All right. I will wait. I'll also wait just in case if anyone else needs anything, because I wanted to look at some items. Sorry.
I think I'd be nervously, like throughout the several days we would be traveling, I would be nervously just talking to everybody, asking like especially Den and probably Athanasius too and everything. I'd be like nervously saying like, hey, like this is where I grew up. These are all my teachers. This is everything like that. Can y'all just please behave and like be respectful and follow the rules and all this stuff? Like, don't light the library on fire. You know, they're hopefully just going to open it up to us to be able to research what we want and be able to ask questions. So please just try to behave and be nice. And like, I would be probably driving people mad, like, because I'm a nervous wreck at the moment.
I'm gonna be real. Most of the big cash like things in the party haven't happened by Din.
No,
What?
accurate. But Den also just does what he wants.
Right. It does do what he wants, but they very rarely. The only cash like thing that happened with Din was Rainbow Waterways. I didn't burn down any farms, go murdering people in their sleep. I didn't go running through the sewers to go get what was it? Great flavored cocaine.
Great
All
flavored
right.
crack cocaine.
Okay, there we go.
Even
I
better.
didn't do these things. He's surprisingly well behaved.
Lawful, guys. Lawful. Come
Lawful.
on.
All right.
Okay.
Did anybody else actually have something then?
I did, yes. So my inventory wise, I wanted to look at my old robes. Kaelin the Conqueror's robes. Well, Callum the Conqueror's robes.
Yeah, what about them?
So they're all beat up.
Yeah.
What would the process be restoring things here? Because I don't know how you would do restoring magical items.
Yeah, so there is a way to do magical mending, but magical mending has to have a significant magical sacrifice. Think very similarly as to how whenever you created your staff, there is a magical item that has to move its magical prowess from one item to the next in order for there to be any sort of mending, not even including the material mending that occurs to actually mend the robes back together. And the robes that Callum the Conqueror had, they are very, very well torn up and whatnot. Still wearable, obviously, but you would have to have some pretty decent sized pieces of scrap leather and cloth like canvas to be able to actually make the physical repair, as well as a magical item that you can transfer that energy one to the next.
What if I just like made it into like a sash instead of like a robe?
If you wanted to deconstruct it, you can.
Because see, its current property is that it is cursed and it has the disadvantage on all rolls and +2 to persuasion.
That's right.
And so I wanted to know what the original abilities were.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and make an Arcana check.
22.
Okay. You're able to tell that it used to not just be for persuasive purposes, but that it used to also be definitely a defense mechanism. But what clearly gave those tears in it was something of a great magical prowess to harm it, and not just simply destroy it, but to harm it, wear it down. So more than likely, you can tell that the school of magic would be some sort of I hesitate to say
Abjuration?
illusion, but it would probably be
If it helps, abjuration is a lot of
that's the word I was looking for. Thank you.
Okay. All right, so I would need some spare cloth and some sort of magical ingredient that would fit the thing.
Right.
All right. Would Callum the Conqueror be able to tell me what its original effect was, so I could have like some sort of grasping of the item I would need to fix it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Then I guess I will talk to myself to do so.
Okay.
All right, so is he around or is he busy? All right, there we go. Awesome. All right, I guess to start this off, I'll go back to using his code name, which I think was jokingly Edward.
Yeah.
Because it's 2 Callan now, so Edward makes it easier. So I'll just pull out the robes and kind of like just fiddle with them and go, so what did these originally do? other than provide extra holes for arrows?
Originally, whenever I first donned those great robes many, many years ago, they protected me in battle. It was like having an armor on top of my skin that just sort of folds into my skin. Makes me almost immune to anything that is non-magical. And of course, it did wonders for my political campaigns. Whenever I needed to persuade a group of people that I was in the right and that they were absolutely in the wrong. It was very useful for that. But these were not originally my robes. These robes were my father's. And with them being my father's, they have a great historical lineage behind them.
All right. Now you say that it has a resistance to non-magic. That almost reminds me of an adamantine property, or maybe a more of a husk of a maybe spiritual essence. Is that how it was made, or?
Oh yes. No, these robes were crafted for a great king. My father, a great king. And they were crafted by incredibly powerful high elves that just, there was something nearly celestial about them a long time ago.
All right. Thank you. All right, then back to you, Noah. 2 questions.
Yeah.
One, his father was Bale, right? I'm not okay. Because we don't know too much about Bale. And so would I be able to like guess on what it was ingredient wise, or like Din would?
Yeah.
Or wait, would he have to go find the creator if they're still alive? It's been
Bale was fascinated with the study of the stars. Believed that all fate was intertwined and told within the stars, that all stories were the same and played out exactly how they were supposed to in the stars. The future was there. The past obviously was there. But more than likely, Bale would have taken inspiration from that whenever he went to the High Elves to request the robes be made.
So you're saying it's made out of the same stardust that I put in my staff? Something similar?
Something similar, yes.
Okay. I don't know how to get that stuff. All right, then.
I encourage you to reach out to High Elves.
Interesting. All right, well, thank you. That would be my question for that, because I was interested in those robes.
Yep. All right.
Cool. Thank you. That would be Noah's turn now.
Yay.
Noah.
So as we're making our way along, I assume at some point we would stop for the evening.
Yes, you all will be needing to make camp, and that's going to be a survival check.
Well, anybody who's good at survival? Because I'm not.
I got it.
Hey, that ain't the way that works.
We're moving as a group, aren't we?
Who is in front? I guess gets to do survival.
I mean, I'll roll. I'm fine with it.
Lorilla's got survival.
Me.
I'd let Lorilla roll. I'd say let Lorilla roll.
I am a former soldier and have pitched many a tent. Wait, no, fuck.
Wait, that wasn't intentional?
It wasn't intentional. No.
Meanwhile, Q is literally riding wind carpet because walking is just too much effort right now.
I mean, I got a broom. I could do that too, but you know, I'm gonna be a team
Also,
player.
I put it in the chat, but the raise hand feature is not a thing right now, by the way.
Weird.
Lorilla
I
got a
think it's in
25 on
settings.
survival.
Yes, it is.
Works for me.
Donde está for me? Am I just not allowed to raise my hand?
No.
Hit the button right now.
There's not one.
Do you,
Yeah, no,
do you go
no.
to participants?
Participants,
Yes.
the three
Okay.
dots in the bottom right next to mute
It
me.
just says invite. I do not have raise hand.
Do you have mute me?
No.
Did you click on participants? Not the top
Yes.
right corner, but did you click on it?
Yes. It says invite. Oh, it does have mute me, but it only says invite.
Yo, can you screen share real fast?
I guess you removed your hands, I guess. No digital hands.
Hold on, I'm pausing the recording. What has happened?
Don't want to
Camp.
do it. Oh,
Yeah, no. You're rolling survival to make camp, and Heather rolled survival.
Survive.
Yeah. It's rolled a 25.
At 25. Okay, cool. You guys have no problem making camp whatsoever. You all seamlessly work together as a team to do so.
Hey. Okay, I'm gonna talk to Den now.
teamwork. Everybody do team.
If would Den sing that? Would Den sing that as he does? it?
He would not know.
Oh, God. Den's not a team player? I never would have guessed.
What?
No way.
No
Okay.
way.
All right. Finally, I've been waiting like a month to do this.
I'm sorry.
I'm not.
All right,
no.
go ahead. Go ahead. Come on.
So Kai would approach Den probably when pretty much as soon as we finish setting up camp. Hey, Den, I was wondering if we could discuss that teleportation circle spell that we talked about earlier.
Hmm?
I was wondering if you could give me. I remember the markings from on top of the Rainbow Tower and Rainbow Waterways, but what's it like from a sorcerer's perspective to cast it?
Well, it's a circle. I then think like a circle. And then it's there.
Well, actually, that makes a lot of sense. A superimposition of reality altering itself. Kai will start muttering to himself about the applications of it.
Nerd.
Do I need to make a history check to remember the drawing of the teleportation circle on top of the Rainbow Tower and Rainbow Waterways?
No, that's easy enough to recall.
Okay. Kai's pretty smart.
No, it's recall check. Oh well. Memory 20.
So Kai is going to just like go off and sketch the circle, like replicating it. And then he's gonna call in, hey, Dan, could you come over here for just a second?
Just so we're clear for later on, it takes a long time to learn those for later use, okay?
I mean, that's not what he just told me.
I know. That's what he said. It's just
I said you remembered what it looks like. Didn't say you learned it.
I have the one for Rainbow Tower memorized.
I feel like this is an Arcana check situation, probably.
like you remember the entire spell.
It
The
will be if he
10-foot
tries to use it, but he hasn't. Right now, he's just drawing
the
stuff.
10-foot diameter spell.
I mean, I'm literally consulting with Den at this very moment about the applications of this teleportation circle. And I will bring out that book that I asked you about, Noah, if you want me to. Okay, I'm going, while he's talking to Den, and I'm sure Den is just riveted with interest. Let's see.
If only Dan could close his eyes.
Yeah, right? All right.
You know, it takes some. All right, he's counting down. I need some.
All right. It is called
up
the
here?
Theories on the Nature of Magic: Relationship between External and Internal Magical Sources.
Uh-huh.
Kai would be asking Din questions about the application of sorcerer magic and its relation to the. Since sorcerer magic is an internal manipulation of the inherent magical forces within the person, and wizards manipulate the external
Wow.
magical force.
Wizards and sorcerers both use an internal magic. However, sorcerers do not learn or learn their magic. It is simply there. They then practice that magic to then grow that magic. Wizards must bring it
They have an internal talent for it, though.
right, and
That's
they're
what
not
I'm
bringing
talking
magic
about.
from themselves. All magic is external, as it is the weave.
Yeah. Yes, I know. I was talking about the internal talent within inherent in sorcerers.
Right, it is talent.
That's what I just said.
Right.
So, again, all you have to do is visualize this circle, correct?
Yeah, it just kind of happened like the day I got it.
Well, what about the receiving end of the other circle?
Well, I just kind of think of it. Well, not even that really. It's the first day it happened. I walked outside and I felt the idea to draw, and I did. And then, poof, I was in heaven.
Well, not what I meant, but is each individual circle a different transfiguration of runes or not?
Yes, they're all different.
They're all different. Okay. What determines their position?
I don't know.
Interesting. Say you were to draw the runes right here for this exact location. Could you do it right now?
Sure.
Would you mind?
Just draw it out.
Okay.
It's drawn.
Can I can I make an Arcana check on the difference between the two rune circles?
That would take me 10 minutes, by the way.
I mean, we're resting.
I'm
We're
just-
not moving. That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Solid 25.
You can tell that there's a strong spiritual connection to the one that Din drew, whereas the one that you drew is not more rudimentary because it looks very, very, very similar. But there's not the spiritual aspect included within it.
Okay. As far as like the construction of the runes, does the like for the actual circle itself, does the actual does it seem that since there are differing runes for differing locations, is there any discernible pattern for the runes?
Yes, there would be. Every such circle includes a unique sigil sequence, which is a string of magical runes arranged in a particular pattern.
Yes.
Okay.
The more major the location, the more notable the location, the more notable the sequence.
Would Din be able to express that?
No. Din, literally, what I am saying, when Din got the spell, he walked outside, decided to draw in the dirt, and then out popped a messenger from heaven and said, "Here, come with me."
That's true. I was the dirt.
No, you
And
were
then-
the dude who got us both kicked out of heaven.
And then everyone claps. Okay, so having seen
So because you asked for a circle to here, he just drew a circle directly to here.
okay, is it theoretically possible to have a circle go from literally there to 100 feet away?
Yeah.
Would
It'd
Din
be a
be
waste
willing,
of a circle, but he could, yeah.
would Din be willing to do that since we're at camp?
Do you have gemstones?
No.
Great, because neither do I.
I mean, But
Theoretically, though, yes. Theoretically, that's entirely
I
possible.
could, yes. I don't have the material components.
okay.
I
Wait,
did not
so-
feel like blowing a few hundred gold on gyms. I kept enough for what I needed for one use, and so
Okay.
he would not use that use.
Okay. All right. But so if there's a material component, Din would say that, wouldn't he?
No, you just asked him to draw a circle. So all he did was draw a circle to the location here.
He's specifically asking for what you need to do as a sorcerer for the teleportation circle, which if you have a material component for that spell, I feel should be there.
That wasn't specified, so no, because as
All right,
a
fine then.
sorcerer, the components aren't exclusive to me.
Then I will. Then Kai would ask that. Like,
Okay. Yes, there are components, but the way Din would use them would be pretty much he just goes, he throws the chalk into the air with the ink and goes, and then crushes it so it falls into place.
but I mean, what is the list of ingredients?
Rare chalks, inks, infused with precious gemstones, with an additional 50 gold pieces. Think of it like a fairy tax.
Okay. Chalks, inks, fused gemstone. 50. Okay. You're good.
Okay. It would probably be better now if he does the spell, watch him do so.
I mean, but you don't want to use the gemstone, so you're
Yeah,
fine.
not yet. So I think that is it. Noah Woodyard.
I mean, unless you want me to make any more checks on the circles, which I mean I can do. I'd be more than happy to.
I do not think Din has the ability to explain what he does.
Well, I know. Well, Kai would know that going in, so he would just. I feel like he's gotten what he would need out of Din, at least
Okay.
as far as magical theory application.
Okay, cool. As long as you feel comfortable with the information that you gain, fantastic. Anybody else have anything?
Very quickly, I
Yes, sir.
would talk to Lorilla really quickly.
Sure.
She doesn't talk to you.
If I can
I'm
get
coming to apologize.
if I can get both of you guys to come a little bit closer to the mic, though, you guys fade in and out pretty frequently.
Yeah, I just kind of find her and be like, look, I know you're probably mad at me and you don't want to talk to me. I just wanted to come and apologize. I saw something you might like and I thought of you, and you've been quiet, and I just kind of wanted to do something nice for you to, I don't know, make you feel like you were noticed and a part of the team. And I saw it and I thought of your star map, and I didn't understand how it would make you react, so I apologize. I'm sorry, and like I said, you don't need to talk to me right now, and that's fine. I just wanted to let you know that. And I turn and probably start walking away, unless you say something.
I'm just sitting there sketching.
You see, I'm sorry.
I can't hear you guys.
And she says she was sitting there sketching.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Is that what I put? Oh, well.
All right. Good enough. All right. And anybody else going once?
No.
I
I
would,
wasn't.
I would hunt for dinner.
Ah, yes. Go ahead and make a survival check, sir.
Incredible.
My stuff's not important. It's in chat.
That's gonna be in 30-20.
Yeah, dirty 20.
As you you sort of prowl around for a little while, get familiar with the terrain. The terrain that you guys are in, by the way, is sort of a swamp forest. Like it's just a very damp forest. It's very, very, very large trees that only look to get bigger the deeper into this you go. But there are massive canopies all around. But there are very large puddles and there are very large tufts of grass that that grow in these massive ponds and in these little swampy-esque areas, because it does you guys are transforming slightly more into swampland as well. So then what you find,
Brain.
yeah, I'm sorry, Brain.
Oh, I heard then.
Yes, Din is hunting.
Dude, how good is Din at stealth?
Not. I mean, I go invisible. Doesn't mean I'm quiet though.
You just hear a giant brass arm and foot just crashing through the floor.
And the 100 on him.
So what
It's
you find, Brain, you find a small family of crocodiles.
When you say
There's about 4 of them.
do you mean small in number, as in 4, or do you mean the crocodiles themselves are small?
No. I mean small in number. They are quite large. And the
Oh,
reason
boy.
I say that they are quite large is because they have features that are very well, shoot them. Shoot
What do
them
you-
and find out.
I
course.
I may have gone with him because I grew up around here and I would have gone running around here, and like, needing to like be out in the woods for a couple days on your own. So I might have gone with him to try to like help him
No, he
find
would have
stuff.
left you behind because you're too loud.
I can run on top of water. I wouldn't be loud.
No,
Make a stealth check, both of you.
19.
Nat 20 for a 28.
He would stick along.
Yeah, that was a 19 with a plus 13. I rolled a 6.
Oh,
Crap. Well,
You
but
would both
you
stick
and I
together.
do-
There's no merit against one or the other.
you
So,
on two.
so when you say they're large crocodiles, do you mean as in the creature category large, or like relative to me they are large?
Relative to you, they are large.
Do they look large enough for me to sit on the back of one?
Brain, are you gonna
Yes.
like, are you gonna fight? Those are not good to like, I'm probably not, you're probably not listening to me, so that's fine.
Well, if we kill 3 of the 4, we can demoralize. I think when you get scared,
Yes, demoralize. Mhm.
demoralize the 4th and capture him, and I will not have to walk.
Wait, you're not going to kill them, you're going to ride them?
One of them,
You're trying to domesticate an alligator.
sure.
I'm sorry, you're trying to make an alligator your pet.
I had a cousin do it once.
That's insane, and I love it.
So with that said, have they noticed me with my stealth of 19?
They have not.
So that means I get a surprise round, right?
That's correct.
I just sit back and watch the fun. I will interfere if anything goes wrong. Otherwise, I'm like in the shadows, like just watching this like unfold.
We're gonna shoot 2 arrows. That's gonna be, oh, and I'm doing sharpshooter on all 4 of these attacks. So that's gonna be a 22, no, 23 to hit the first one.
A 23 will hit.
And then that's gonna be 3d8 plus 3d20. So 1, 2, 3. Cool. Give me a second to pull up a calculator. Bless you.
Ooh,
Thank you. Sorry.
Heck, you don't have numlock turned on. That's gonna be 47 damage to the first alligator.
All right. Yeah, the creature immediately falls dead. This is one of the 3 children.
Okay.
This is not the biggest of them.
I can live with that. I want to save the biggest of them for last.
Presumably they begin to investigate the one that has fallen, and they begin to like sort of skirt around, and you realize that while they do this to like prowl around, they make a fair amount of noise.
That's fine. How does a 21 to hit sound?
A 21 to hit will hit.
All right.
Is it
How does a 56 for damage sound?
Yep, that will kill the next small one.
Cool. And then I will action surge.
Okay.
I will make another ranged weapon attack. So that's going to be a 21 to hit for both of those.
21 will hit.
Yeah, because I rolled 2 10s. So, 16, 17, 45.
Okay,
So all 3 of the babies are dead.
that's correct. Now for Mama.
I would like to climb a tree using my movement.
It would be more than halved. You'd be encumbered because you've got like I don't know if you can just straight up climb a tree. Make an athletics check.
That's an 11 plus. It's going to be a 15.
You're able to moderately scale it. You're only able to get maybe about 6 feet up.
How long is the gator?
She's right at 12 foot long.
Cool. Alrighty. Can I do a non-lethal shot as my last action?
Yeah, if you hit.
oh, are we able to do non-lethal range attacks?
Yeah.
Okay.
As long as you
just-
call in your shot, it's fine.
all right. Sorry, just
It's going to be a 24 to hit.
And a 24 will not hit.
That doesn't make any sense, but okay.
It will in a
Can-
second. It will in a second. Go ahead and finish up your turn, Casey.
I haven't used a bonus action yet, have I?
You
No. I don't
action
think
surge,
so.
but no.
Wait, is that,
Action surge is not a bonus action.
no, it's not. Okay, I'll use my bonus action to double my movement speed and get further up the tree.
Seeing what Brain's trying to do.
Hold
can
on, hold on.
I-
Hold on.
Okay.
Go ahead
Okay.
and make another athletics check, please.
That's going to be a
Jason Morse.
13.
Jason lives?
I'm on the road.
13. You're able to climb up maybe about another 5 foot.
That's fine. That's fine. Awesome. Okay.
Callan, go ahead.
Seeing what Brain's trying to do, I'm still hidden, correct?
That's correct.
Can I come out and hit it and try to stunning strike it?
You can attempt.
Okay, and I would have advantage because I was stealth?
Yeah.
Or that, okay, sweet. 24.
No.
You said
24 does not hit.
Heckgummit. All right, well,
However-
I get,
Go ahead.
I have 3 attacks.
Yeah.
Just my first one will have advantage. That's not gonna hit, and because that was a natural 7, and that's a 25.
A 25 will hit.
Stunning strike.
Okay. What is my save on that?
It has to make it's a Constitution 17.
Constitution's got a +9, so I don't have to roll too well.
No, you don't have to roll 2.
It's a 20 in total.
Okay.
Unnaturally.
But it does take, oh wow, it takes 13 points of damage.
Okay. All right.
Max damage on that. And then I'll get off of it. I'll get away from it.
Do you look at it first?
Do I look at it first?
Like,
I
do
mean,
you get a
assume that-
would you have spent a couple seconds to get a better look at what you're hitting?
Oh, I'm sure I would have, since I would not have known to not do that.
Okay. If you will,
Oh crap.
please go ahead and check general discussion on Discord. I just
Heck
posted to you
yeah.
guys what you're looking at.
Yes.
I'm gonna make that thing my bitch.
This is the Armadillo Gator.
Love.
I want to know, did you have this prepared?
I did. I
This-
totally had this prepared. I've been sitting on this one. There's a whole website that I favorited that's just this one dude who draws these really well.
That's so good.
Is this a random encounter?
Yes.
Yes.
This is a hunting encounter, Jason. We're out for
Question, DM.
Yes, sir.
Has there been enough noise, because you said this was loud as hell, for the rest of the party to come find these
We
people?
would be a ways away if we're hunting. We would have been stalking this, like.
Yeah. Probably not.
probably at least half a mile away, if not further.
So I would like to try to back up off this thing.
So is it the Armadillo Gator's turn?
Yes, it is.
Am I about to
But-
be responsible for 2 party member deaths in one fell swoop?
I'm sorry, this thing has higher AC than an ancient dragon?
It's the shell.
Holy cow.
Natural armor of 25. Jesus Christ.
You fools!
YOLO.
You stepped into the realm. You should not have tread.
I am
now granted,
Florida
now
man.
granted, she is very old and her shell is very big.
I am Florida man. This is going to happen.
Oh my god! Everything
Squirrels,
about
attack.
All right.
everything about Brain makes sense. He is Florida man. He is French Florida man.
Wait, so if we kill it and take its shell, we should just make Athanasius some new armor, and Athanasius would have a.
It's a
25
solid shell. I don't think you can make armor out of that.
Yeah, you can. You can make it out of anything.
Tell that to turtles, yo.
Yeah,
Well,
for
that's
real. I
because
was gonna
it's
say.
part of you. If it's a shell that big, it would be his entire body, and then some.
As all
like-
great fantasy armor should be.
Armadillo Gators?
I've seen way worse fantasy armor than just like a shell. So
Accurate.
way more impressive.
I've never seen fantasy armor take up an entire character, just one plate.
Have you never watched the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, sir?
No, I've not.
Gosh.
Hey, come on. The IDW comic's great. Donatello gets cut in half.
Ooh,
Shut up. Spoilers, dude.
Also,
Okay, never mind. It's not spoilers. It's been out long enough.
also, if
literally
you're
like a
being
decade.
historically accurate, France at one point had control of Florida, so being Florida man with a French accent is pretty accurate. That's where
my
French
God.
Cajun came from.
We
That
did
is-
it. We've connected Casey with the giant galaxy brain RP plays.
French Florida men are just Louisiana men. Tell me I'm wrong.
You're not.
No.
None of us disagree. Not a one. All right. I need both of you to go ahead and please make a, I think it's a wisdom saving throw.
Oh. Okay.
18.
Also 18.
Okay. Come on. Okay. What? Messed something up. Okay, cool. All right. And which one of you were closer? Oh, it was definitely Callan. Never mind.
Well, it's absolutely me.
Yeah. It's gonna rush towards you a wee bit. I'm gonna need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh, okay.
Well, this should be pretty easy for him.
17.
17. Okay. All right. So you're not gonna get grappled either, which is nice.
That was a single digit roll too.
It's pretty good. All right.
That's pretty
And
good.
now it's actually going to roll to hit you.
Okay.
Oh God.
You nervous, Casey?
No, I'm fine.
There's
I
a
have
14 hit.
No.
That must have been a low roll right there.
It was super low.
Was it a 2?
It was a 3. All right. Pass's turn. Yeah. Brain.
Oh, alrighty. So you remember those rope arrows I told you about earlier?
That you didn't actually craft.
I said I wanted to craft them while we were walking, but if you want to play that game, that's fine. I can do this another way. It's okay.
I mean, just make it right now.
Did this really require crafting though?
Takes time.
I mean, he's just tying a rope to an arrow.
That's not how that works. I
Yeah,
will
that
prove
works.
that to you.
That's how I do it.
That is
Would-
not how that works.
It wouldn't go very
That's how
far.
I do it.
We don't have to do it again.
2 years ago, more than 2 years ago, we did
A
this.
year and a half.
Jesus Christ. Is this another fucking ravioli argument?
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Hot
Sorry
dog
to interrupt,
sandwich.
but
Forget
I'm,
forget I said anything. Just
I don't think
move
they're
on.
sandwiches. I think they're dumplings.
Casey, what are you doing?
I'm gonna
It's 8 o'clock. We've got to hurry. Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna use a bonus action to hide, and then I'm gonna make 2 attack rolls.
Okay.
all right. I'm signing off. It was good to hear your guys' voices.
Love you,
Miss
buddy.
you.
Hi,
Jason.
Jason. Good to see you.
Also, sorry, Matt, if I freaked you out with my roleplay.
Oh my gosh, it was so good.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Yeah, you're gonna have to read that, Noah, because he legit shook me with his little role play that he did. Oh my gosh.
Casey, what are you doing?
I'm making 2 attack rolls. That's what I'm doing. After using a bonus action to hide. Do I need to roll
Yep.
stealth?
No, you're good.
Cool. Does a 23 hit?
Does not.
Fine. Both of these attacks are meant to be non-lethal. Mine.
Yep.
Does a natural 20 hit?
A natural 20 will hit.
Cool. That makes it a crit too, of non-lethal damage.
Oh my gosh.
It's
so-
in the
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my magic arrow. Please have the armadillo gator make a wisdom saving throw.
I had to put my bad stat in something.
the
Oh, 18.
Oh!
Yes, I'm here for it.
rolls.
That's fine. No, it's fine. Everything is fine. It's all according to plan. Hey Matt, can you do me a favor and roll 66, please?
I can indeed, my friend.
I'm concerned.
Oh, I rolled very poorly.
That's fine. I rolled really well.
16.
All right, that's gonna be psychic damage. I don't know if that matters, Noah.
It does. Yeah.
It might be immune to that. Might not be.
Nope. It's actually super
Vulnerable
vulnerable to it.
Flame.
And then that's just gonna be 57 from mine, and all of this is non-lethal.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Is this
Okay.
armadillo gator unconscious now?
I am the gator now.
Was yours also psychic damage?
No, mine was between piercing and burning. Piercing and fire.
Okay. So you shoot the arrow non-lethally, obviously, into the into the tail of the armadillo gator, and pin it, and with the burning, it begins to just sort of surround the gator, and it would naturally just be is just thrashing about until the psychic damage kicks in which she can see her three children that are lying dead in front of her just through the flames. She's able to see this,
Jesus
and
Christ.
and then immediately succumbs to the pain and passes out. Yeah.
Batman, a friggin' armadillo gator's children.
When's the last time Din committed psychological warfare against an animal?
Never.
I thought.
I have a
Actually, the
question.
horse.
Ember loved it. You take that back.
Ember was great.
The horse did psychological warfare against me.
Ember died too young.
Ember did die too young.
He died as he lived.
Guys, come
Baller.
on.
I would like to climb down off the tree and start binding up the gator and fashion a sled out of some nearby branches and whatnot, and put the three babies on top of the armadillo gator and start dragging it back to camp.
Okay, so the total weight of this is going to be about 600 pounds.
I can do that.
Really?
Yeah, I have a strength of 19.
Oh,
I am
alright,
in
cool.
near perfect physical condition.
5e strength scores are out of this world, man.
All right.
Doesn't matter if you're 2 feet tall. You can just pull around 800 pounds like nothing, man. You felt like
It's all
it.
about leverage. All right, so you pull these gators back to camp. No problem.
Yeah, I arrived triumphant.
This little man is a maniac.
I could have
Brought dinner, and I brought a friend.
Friend is a very
Friend.
loose definition.
She will be a friend very, very soon.
Your fighting skills are impressive, Brain. For such a small statured person, you pack a punch.
That is why I was so glorious.
Way to go, Short Kings.
Question. This is gonna be kind of morbid, but I'm gonna ask it anyway. There any good magical ingredients to be gained from the corpses of 3 baby armadillo gators?
No.
Is there anything valuable off of them to be sold, like their pelts or anything like that?
They're shells.
You guys want to start?
I would also point the mom's face away from wherever we're like taking care of the bodies.
So I mean, should some of us get to work? Should some of us get to work on, taking these apart?
Is that a point at me to
Like,
start
I
cooking
mean-
food?
No, I mean, well, yes, that would be great, but we have to take them. We have to, prepare them properly, which is, unless we're gonna cook them in the shells.
It's like a
Turtle
bowl.
stew.
It's like a bowl.
Turtle
You know-
stew. That's how that's done.
I know.
Okay.
I mean,
All right,
I can
uh,
make a big fire pit.
Well, no, you
Naturally,
would
you guys
actually
already
have
would
to
have made a large
scale
fire
these.
pit.
Okay.
You would still
Q
have to
has their
scale
hand
these.
raised.
I would like for Q to walk up and just be like, "Oh God, what? Nope, I can't do this today," and just walk away.
Oh well, good luck finding better food anywhere else.
I can find my own, thank you.
Good luck.
Lorilla can make food.
It's bland and tasteless.
Food does not compare to the home cooked meal.
I have to agree. Din is a pretty damn good cook.
And saying this, I will pull out a dagger and begin to clean up one of the corpses.
Athanasius is beaming, very excited to see this great bounty before us.
You know what?
Hell.
I'll help too. I'm a team player.
You can't make me feel bad for my evil deeds.
I mean, what was their alignment? You can't prove anything.
I don't think they could. Well, I guess they can have an alignment. Just nothing or neutral.
And
They were children. They didn't know what alignment was anyway.
They're
That
animals.
makes it worse.
They hadn't hit their philosophy class.
No, I'm pretty sure Din was evil as a child.
Fair.
Probably.
Well, aren't you the possessed by a spirit of an evil god?
Kind
All
of.
right, so you guys are actively effectively skinning these creatures,
Yes.
and making sure that they are the smaller ones are cookable, like eatable. Are you guys
Mhm.
going to eat all three of them in one night? Because again, these things are big. Like they're like even the small ones are like 6 foot long.
Right. So Din can have two, and the rest can have the other one.
Well, no. Hold on now. That only leaves half of one for Brain.
Yeah, no, we got to figure this out.
So I say one for Din, one for Brain, one for the rest.
No, half.
Let's go ahead and just say that you guys figure out, for the sake of time, let's go ahead and say that you guys figure out how to divide this as evenly as possible with eating all three of the baby gators, and you have Mama Gator who's left.
So
Has Mama Gator regained consciousness?
No.
Okay, I'm going to, before we even consider setting up watches or turning in for the night, start like driving in stakes and like I guess pythons from the explorer's kit around the gator and like basically just lashing her to the fucking ground so that she can't go anywhere.
Brain, I could maybe help with that. Can I use Move Earth to move her further into the ground so she can't, rip free of the spikes and everything holding her down?
Why would you not just kill the helpless creature?
She will be our friend.
Yeah.
You
Set her on fire and then bury her alive.
I'm
This
not
is how
burying
you
her
treat.
alive.
If this is how you treat your friends, I do not want to see how you treat your lovers.
Trust me,
Not-
there's much more blood involved.
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
Brain, never mind. I don't want to know. All right, I'm going to go over here and not.
No.
be near
You see the scar on my neck? Had my throat ripped out once. It was fine.
I'm in. Brain, you continually impress me.
many
would-
questions,
I would
none
like
of
to
which
say-
I want answered. Good night, gentlemen.
Q goes back to the bedroll and whatever sort of lean-to Q has made and goes ahead and rests up.
I suppose that Kai would take a later watch, so he won't go to bed just yet. He's a dark vision and all that. So
Yeah, I would.
Because of how large the trees are that are around you guys, it's pitch black anyways. I mean, seeing without dark vision or a fire is nearly impossible.
I mean, oh wait, I have Leomund's tiny hut. Anybody that's not on watch can just go inside the hut, and those when they finish watch go inside. Or
I'm
if at
still on the
9.
side of it, yeah.
Given a made camp, do we have some sort of fire? Any kind of traditional? Okay. I don't know. I don't know if we have any like designated places to be or to sit or whatnot, but you'll find Athanasius very close to the fire.
Logically. All right, the gator has been secured. The watches have been set up. The fire is it does smell rather good. I'll be 100% honest. The Delegator. Oh my gosh.
The Delegator. I love it.
We're just gonna call it the Delegator. I love it.
Yes.
Riding the Delegator into battle, that's horrifying.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Dude, you should get Day should get on top of the Delegator, and then you should get on top of Day, and then
I think we should use the pelt of the Delegator's children to make the saddle.
That's a little
pretty
extreme,
rough, bro.
No, I'm
Do you
gonna.
have any other leather on you? Do
Yes, my old outfit.
You? Oh, okay. That.
No.
I mean, I guess we can
does
pad the
fire-
saddle with some spare feathers for someone.
What was that, Drew?
Does the fire react to Athanasius at all? Or not?
It's a pretty well contained fire. I will say that. However, you can almost see it begin to climb up on the rocks, where it's not exactly burning it, but more just traveling towards.
Sure. Okay.
All right. It's the next morning. Good morning, everyone. You all receive your long rest. Indicate as you will.
All right.
And excuse me, sorry. You guys begin back on your trek. Brain, do you go ahead and begin to ride her?
I would not ride her immediately, but I would begin to work with her.
Okay.
Do I need to make a handle for her?
Do you, no, I'm not gonna make you make an animal handling check as of yet. That'll probably happen whenever you guys get to the monastery.
Okay.
But speaking of,
Oh boy.
Glasses come on and the chaos begins.
Oh my gosh. Here we go. Now, again, I'm probably just nervously talking and just like, I either won't shut up or like you can't get a word out of me. There's no middle ground. I'm like fluctuating here. I'm very nervous.
who is leading the group in?
I would say probably me because I know the way.
I would be right behind Callan. So
I would be among Chiron.
Din would be somewhere in the back,
All right.
not knowing how these people are going to receive Din.
Callan,
shooter.
please, if you will, sir, go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay. I'm guessing I don't get am I getting advantage with the help of Kai? I didn't think so. 11.
Ooh.
Breaking out of the everly growing tall trees, which are still on either side of you guys as you're going down this path. The trees themselves reaching to about 300 foot tall. I mean, they're very, very tall trees. Very rarely do they fall. Just over the hill, you all can see an elegant curved dome ceiling begin to make its way just out in the distance, maybe 100 yards away. It has great arches and very, very tall columns that are there for support. Surrounded by these incredibly tall and dense trees that sort of give the illusion of darkness, even though it is certainly morning at this point. Under these canopies, you can see that the ground is very well worn. Specifically, as you guys are traveling amongst this or along this path. The stonework that consists of the monastery itself is of a very deep stone gray that is covered in pieces of moss. And this moss sort of vines up as well, and it's peaceful here. It is very quiet. There is very, very little sound that you all can hear. The only sounds that you can hear are from the wildlife that are around. You can see very small versions of the delegator that are only about yay big, probably just hatchlings, just sort of wandering around, just sort of trying to find their footing. And you can see one of them snatch a frog out of the air with tiny little teeth. Just in the great distance, you all can hear the sound of a ringing bell, or not exactly a bell like a chime, but more a meditative, like one of the metal bowl instruments that you whack the side of. You can hear it as almost like it's almost as though it's a call to prayer, for what Athanasius would assume, and what the rest of you would assume as well would be a call to prayer. But what you hear afterwards is a great, and it's the sound of people practicing drills. This was their version of the meditation. They're actually beginning to do forms of effectively Tai Chi, Taekwondo, etc., as they are practicing under this massive domed area. Then as you get a little bit closer, you can see that that there are tiny little other structures, tiny other little buildings. There's about 5 of them that surround this large domed area. Some of them look to be connected in some capacity. And you can see that there are some trees that seem to be hollowed out that would be about 12 foot in diameter. So very easily a place where people would stay in nature, that they would just sleep within the tree without even climbing up all the way, but to be on the ground level, just sort of as you guys are walking on this path. Anyways, I think that's probably about what you would get off of an 11. You guys will learn more later. But anyways, you're approaching.
As we approach, I'm up front, and I will, in sight of, I know there's a watch somewhere. Probably I'm not able to see them. They're usually fairly well hidden. But as I approach, I would take out both of my scythes. I would cross them out in front of me, and then come to attention and bow.
The sentry that you referred to begins a rapid descent as he runs down the side of the tree. Basically just a vertical running down the tree to meet you all.
I'm guessing I know this one?
No, doesn't look familiar.
Okay, interesting.
Athanasius.
This will be contingent on Athanasius not having the greatest of passives. However, on recognizing that we're about to be here, I begin to pat down and basically checking my inventory. Is my coin pouch still there? I just want to confirm that. Just with everything
Coin
that's
pouch is
going
there.
on, being in the camp again, that's one of those things where as a character, I don't know if somebody tried to pickpocket me. I don't know if all those things. So I just wanted to confirm, because this is a part of what he hopes to be able to do. Just confirming that it is in fact there. So
That's right.
That's good. Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Are you implying we have less than reputable people in our party?
Absolutely.
Can't believe you.
But just in his past, that has certainly occurred many times. He doesn't have the greatest of perception and doesn't put it past basically anybody.
Pretty sure he's not implying anything.
No. All you see is him literally just checking around basically in his inventory, just making sure that all of his things are there as he goes to a new place. Basically.
All right. Yeah. No. All of your inventory should be in place.
How far away is the sentry?
From where Callan is standing, about 5 foot. From where you're standing, about 15.
Okay. But Callan is also within 10 feet of me.
That's correct.
Okay. Is most of the party within 10 feet of me?
Yes, that's correct.
Just making sure.
Oh,
Those-
there you
those-
go again,
Those pally saves, man. You know what I'm
dude.
saying?
What is it? It's like your charisma mod, right?
Mhm.
It is +5 for all of you on any
Ooh.
save within 10 feet of me.
Icy.
All right. The sentry stands. Does not speak.
And I don't recognize him at all.
You do not.
Greetings. I show him the symbol of the monastery that I have, and I just say I have come back, and I have need to speak with the master, and I seek safe passage and sanctuary for my friends as well.
Seeing the symbol of the temple, we'll just nod and gesture you forward.
And I just assume that everybody will just follow me in.
And you guys will go and meet at the large circular dome. Not necessarily inside any buildings. It is open walled. There are 6 columns that are on the outside that support this large dome.
Athanasius makes a point when passing the sentry to look, acknowledge whatever sort of symbolism that they have, do his traditional. And I don't know if it would be a passive or if you want me to roll. Do they notice my symbol and do they react at all?
What's your passive?
15.
What's your insight?
No, because I'm not making him make a check.
Plus
I'm just
5 for future reference.
You can certainly notice that the sentry takes a very close look at it and sort of gives a little bit of a. Yeah.
May I subtly look around to see if there are any more sentries that we did not see or did not reveal themselves?
You can make a perception check.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'm cool with that. What's a 13 get me?
You don't see anybody.
Oh God.
However, you do see the group of 6 students who are in front of you guys, who are doing some light sparring, sort of rhythmically sparring inside the dome. being led by certainly an instructor of sorts, who is giving out commands, sort of a almost like a 1, 2, except instead of it being numerical, it is different forms in which they must take. Yes, sir.
I don't. Again, tell me if these things need perception rolls or not. Can we notice basically the age or any common themes among the students or pupils?
There actually doesn't seem to be any specific unifying factor of them.
Interesting.
That is the one thing that you can take away, at least from those 6, or excuse me, 7 in 8 if you include the century and the teacher. There does not seem to be any correlation of age, race, gender, or species.
Noted.
Callan, something that you also notice whenever you approach is that while they're calling out these forms, you can feel your body instinctively match. It at least wants to instinctively match what these forms are.
You broke up a little bit. What did you say there?
That whenever you can hear, like whenever you're in earshot of the leader giving out the forms to approach to copy, you can feel your body just sort of instinctively like form 8 would be sort of a reclusive stance, and you can feel your body just sort of pull back just a little bit just from the memory of it.
That's not my mentor, is it?
It's not.
Okay.
Do you all approach?
I would, yes.
I'll be behind. I'll flank Callan.
So,
Presumably,
Athanasius.
then all of you would follow. Yeah.
Do I know the teacher?
No, you do not.
Dang,
Faces.
he did this in hell too, man.
I know. I'm waiting. I was just thinking about that. I was like, "Are you gonna ask? Is there anything I recognize in this level?" How many times did we do that? Literally, like 8.
I would approach, and there would be, and also since my weapons are not in my hands at the moment, there would be a greeting. It's called Peace Before War, and you bring it up, and yes, and I would bring it down before me, and then bow to the teacher, and I'd be kind of silent because words would escape me, because growing up here, I haven't been gone all that long to my knowledge. So seeing unfamiliar faces, I'm kind of at a loss for words. So I'm just kind of standing there waiting to be spoken to, honestly.
Would Kai would be looking at Callan for like tacit approval to replicate that bow? There's a sign of respect.
I'm not even looking at you, honestly. I'm so just nervous and kind of confused. And so I'm not, like, my focus is on the teacher, and I'm not paying attention to anything else around me at the moment.
Then Kai would just go ahead and bow, just out as a sign of respect.
Athanasius will do this the same thing that he did with the sentry.
The man calls out exactly what I just posted up in chat. Peace before honor, justice before glory, and our order above all of these.
I would respond in kind.
Welcome. You are a member of this order who I do not know. It's good to see you, though. Undoubtedly.
All of the same likewise to you, sir.
The six students who are around you, they recognize you.
Oh, okay.
And you recognize them.
Okay, cool. That brightens my face a little bit. forgive me for being so forward, but I have needs of speaking to the master. I seek refuge for my friends. I seek an audience, a personal audience for myself. And I also would wish to inquire after the whereabouts of Tyriok as well.
The master will grant you your safe passage and housing. However, when were you last here?
How long has it been in game time? It's been about 3-ish months, essentially 3-4 months.
Yeah,
maybe.
Oh
Okay.
no. Oh
As
no.
far as I'm aware, and not like new Bardoon, we've changed the timeline and crap. But I saw my mentor even before that because he was at the Rainbow Waterways.
That's right.
So I would say I was here about 4 months ago last, and I last saw Master Tyriok about 2.5 months ago.
Uh-oh.
I am
Say-
afraid that I have some poor news for you. But first, let me, if I may, introduce myself. My name is Amas Kisnade, and I am the new master of this lovely.
Can I get that name, please?
Yep.
This doesn't sound like nice, helpful monk monastery music.
It's okay. We have the delegator.
Oh, you're just gonna let loose the delegator now, dude?
I need to.
In a whole monastery full of monks?
Well, he should be doing the delegation, shouldn't he? He is the delegator.
We'll lead with the delegator. Follow up negotiations.
Always negotiate from a position of strength.
I don't think it gets stronger than a dude that has 24 AC.
I'm afraid that I do bear bad news. The master that you once served has passed. Has
Bad news.
passed into a great realm of eternal death.
So that was the headmaster, not my not my mentor, because those are two separate people.
No. I'm meaning the one you met in the Rainbow Waterways.
Okay. Well then, that just adds one different thing of what I must needs do while I'm here. But and you see kind of like a single tear roll down my eye. But that is sad news indeed. Master Tyriok, he was a wonderful teacher and a wise leader.
Tyriok was a very, very good man in the 3 months that I knew him. A very good man indeed.
May I inquire? May I?
Wait.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No. Sorry. That's just me. Sorry. No. Nope.
No.
Go. Sorry.
May I inquire as to the cause of his final death?
Master Tyriok suffered a almost inexplicable natural death. 2 days ago.
So we were on this continent. Fudge buckets.
It was in the afternoon. We heard a shriek of pain. And there was a large glow that just emanated from his person. A great red glow, as though an oath had been broken.
This isn't fair because I didn't know about this oath, and I would have known about this oath. No, with you.
What did you do?
You killed a man.
Is this the second week that I've been here that my big brain galaxy boy goes into full?
Noah, does the timing sound about right to when I?
Brain blast!
Oh my God.
Do you remember last week whenever I said Matt will have questions?
Oh, frick, yes. Oh, I've got some.
That's rough.
Callan has some questions. Matt has some choice words.
Clearly.
I don't make that. I immediately just sink to the ground and just I wail.
Kai's immediately gonna go down and just like wrap him up, like put his arm around his shoulder. God, I could not speak there.
I'm a fine then and there.
What?
You should wrap him up.
Yeah. I'm gonna RKO him.
Toss him on the fire.
I would be a bit surprised that you wouldn't like Matthew in the sense that you filed the tax return and because of code.
Oh, Dennis.
Oh my God, you reap what you sow, Callan.
It's unemployment.
So I'm a bit lost here.
Okay, so Callan stabbed the lady through the chest and triggered both of his charges in his size, which sets things on fire and does how much damage?
It did 68 in total, 35 points of fire damage.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, so she went up like a firework, and apparently she was somehow tied to his master.
Or I am, but I didn't know this. Either way.
All right, you have to kill someone. You have to kill someone now.
But yeah, I am basically just
you all
distraught.
What was that, Matt?
I'm just shaking and distraught on the ground.
With that, Kisnade offers his hand to bring you up.
May we speak alone, please?
Yes, we may speak alone.
I look at Kai and I just kind of nod my head, knowing that I'm cool for the moment.
Kai will like see the nod and tilt his head to the side, being like, "Are you sure?" I can't see; it's not zoomed in on Matt anymore.
I'm nodding.
You're nodding. Okay, so Kai is gonna. Can Kai would Callan allow Kai to help him to his feet?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then he's just gonna like touch his back and
Before as my friends go, again, I thank you for your hospitality and generosity. I ask that my group be looked after, and if I may, I understand that they would need oh gosh, I can't even think of the word right now. They need people to look over them, but I asked that they have access to the library under supervision for research of things that are necessary and important both to our party and to the world at large.
Understood. We will make sure that they are kept safe, and we will ensure that information is gathered and is received. Please come with me. You said that you needed to speak with me alone, but would you prefer to have the master as well?
That would be, yes.
The master knew your friend significantly better than I did. You ready to speak to the master?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You didn't already have the headmaster's name, did you?
I did not.
Okay, perfect. It's in the chat now. You're greeted by Master Shorin Feli.
Are you sending it to everybody?
Yeah. Oh no, I just sent that to Athanasius. My bad. Oh come on, I'm just gonna retype it. Galen, my boy. You survived.
I just bow and I don't raise my head until he allows me to.
Please rise, my son. You have done very well and you're alive. What did you learn from your great expedition?
Many things. Many things indeed.
Did you become a master of death?
I did, but not in the way that was expected.
Neither was it expected for Tarak, but he also became a master of death. Yes?
I bite my tongue.
Be at ease, son. It's okay. We mourn. We will be having a send-off for him today.
I didn't tell you with this. I didn't tell you about this, but there's a specific, we have a ritual that we
you and I did speak about this actually. We spoke about it very briefly.
But I didn't tell you about this part in particular. I kind of came up with it later and I just never did. And that's my bad. But we are all given upon our first, after that first death and going through your first excursion, you were given a small, smooth, round, like black stone. And when you pass upon to your final death, your stone kind of begins to glow, and it then becomes sort of it is added to that chamber where we go down and have that death. It goes down and you can see like all of the members from from time ad nauseum before, who have gone before and passed along to their final death.
Yeah. All right.
Since he is not here for me to give these back to him, then I would then give them to you. And I take out my 2 old sais and place them on the ground and say, these were his. He trained me on these, and when I left, he gave them to me with the promise that I would wield them well and with honor. And ironically, it was when I put those aside that apparently I took up a power that I don't finish that sentence. What did I do? What wasn't told to me? In fact, there were a lot of things that weren't told to me. I could expound upon many things that were not told to me. If you were going to ask what I learned, then, I learned much through my trip through the 13 layers of hell.
He seems quaintly puzzled.
Oh, so was I. So was I. I catch myself. My apologies. May I be given permission to speak freely?
Peace before honor, justice before glory, and our order above all of these.
Absolutely, Master, but I wish not to stand upon formalities at the moment.
It's not a formality. It's our belief. This is our way. Bear that in mind how you speak.
What happened? How was I tied to Master Tyriok in such a way? And why wasn't I told about that?
That was Tyriok's secret. It was not mine to share, and it concerned me not. We knew, I knew, from Tyriok that he made an oath to protect you from your anger that you would succumb to before at all costs, and that he would protect you from that anger that you now call power until you made your first kill. And when you made that first kill, his protection ended. You fulfilled your side of the oath. You made a kill with peace before honor, with justice before your glory, and our order above all of these. Tyriok knew that eventually you would. He wanted to protect you until you were ready to face that yourself. Congratulations, Master Coward, Conqueror of Death. You may now have his place and take back these sais for you to pass them on to the next one, for them to make that same oath.
If I may, if I were to do this, if I were to take up the mantle that he has laid down, I would ask an unorthodox allowance be made. I ask that I would take this and move outside of these walls. That were I to find a pupil, that they would be trained not beneath the dome of the monastery, but out in the world. I ask this for several reasons, one of which being, you asked me what I learned. I have learned that mastery of death is selfish in a way. It is narrow-sighted and ultimately futile, as death will ultimately come for us all. Mastery of life, on the other hand, appreciating what we have, doing with it what we can, and living it for the benefit of others, that is the way. I have finally a bit learned to love people, to open up and to let them in, to know what it is like to have people who call you friend, call you brother, who will stand by you and you by them. I have learned loss. I know it is selfish, our power, because our power can only be used for us. When death comes for someone else, we are not allowed to stand or bar the way. We must do what we can while they live, while we live, because ultimately we cannot change someone's ultimate destiny when that death comes for them in the end. So I ask for this allowance because I have made promises. I have sworn myself to people, to a cause. And breaking that oath would scar me more than anything else that I have done. I had every intention. Oh, sorry.
Nick, go ahead.
I honestly came in here with every intention of walking out and joining this party and leaving behind the monastery, but I am now a member of both worlds. I cannot ignore that. I must be tied to both if I can. I must honor what I have learned. I must improve upon it if I can. And I must be to others a life that can be worthy of a final death when it comes.
My son, you are in fact a master of death. But as you say, to be a master of death is futile without our counterpart, the mastery of life. That is what it takes to become the head master of this order. I will allow you to leave. That is what you should do in your case. If you will make the promise if you will swear the same oath. That when you are done being the master of death, and that you have become the master of life, you take my place.
I am kind of shell shocked by that for a moment. And I very deeply bow. To this I swear, Master Feller.
Side quest unlocked. Life after death.
I have my side quest.
Side quest unlocked. Life after death. It's 8:58. Let's take 15. Come back at it in just a few minutes.
Oh my gosh, Noah.
That was a lot of fun.
That was a good one.
That was.
How?
I've been sitting on that, I think the first time that I actually put that fully down into writing, that's how I was going to have that transcription go down, was February 19th was whenever I started that document.
Was it always planned to have it be tied with his first kill?
That I'm going to keep to myself.
Uh-oh.
But
Magical DM powers right there.
you didn't expect it to happen so soon, probably.
No, I had it planned out for whenever you guys got to the monastery, yeah.
Okay. Holy moly.
Wow.
Holy shit, holy.
This is the reason I wanted us to get into it. Gosh. All right. Be back in 15. I'm gonna go grab some more water and use the restroom. But see y'all in a few.
Oh my gosh.
It is pronounced
Era.
Era? Era?
Era. Era. Era.
Era.
Era.
Yeah.
Ihra.
shut up. Everyone listen.
I'm listening.
Era. Era.
Era.
Yeah.
We're putting too much H
You
in
know,
it.
technically you could pronounce that air if you really wanted to and call him an airhead.
And what does it mean?
It means
Does it-
honor. It's your
That's cool.
it's your first sacrificial of peace before honor. Now
Mhm.
you've received the peace, you get the honor.
Right.
First you get the peace, then you get the honor.
First you get the peace. then
You'll
you get
bring
the
honor to us. You'll bring honor to us. You'll bring honor to us all.
Okay, that was good, but I was actually making a Scarface reference, but that's okay.
I made a Disney reference.
I mean, no,
so
no.
Suck it.
I mean, it was a good pivot. I applaud your pivot.
Pivot. Kaylin, you and I need to hang out more.
Yes.
All right.
Especially
so,
on weeks like this. I'm not being super talkative tonight and just leveling with you guys. It's been a rough week, and so I am working on being in the headspace to play, but being around people is at least good help.
That's what
And
matters.
James is out with friends, so
Oh yeah, it's
We're-
Jamie's birthday.
not James.
What?
It's James's friend Spencer's birthday.
Spencer's
Yeah, I
birthday.
was about to say, it's not James' birthday.
No.
I always get the two of them mixed up.
Also a question, is there a different like symbol or anything that I get to denote my rank? Oh, I love you, Noah. You think of everything.
One second. Gotta find it because I wrote it a long time ago.
Hey, can you find my mark on there too?
Bruh, I've shown you your mark like 16 times. I don't know what you want me to do.
Send me a copy so I don't have a blurry picture.
Noah, while you're looking for that, can I make an animal handling check?
Yeah.
Probably
I
a good
hope you
decision.
crit.
I do too.
I'm
I'd love to see that
praying
epic
for a
battle in
crit.
the monastery.
That would be a total 10.
That is not good.
Oh,
It
that's
is.
bad.
It is entirely hostile towards you. However, it understands its predicament.
Mm.
Wait, is the
I'd like
delegator Sinjin?
to wedge a piece of like bacon between its teeth and like sort of feed it through the mouth binds.
Okay. Yeah. It doesn't give you a plus or anything.
I know, but feeding it is a start.
Whatever
start.
you say.
It's a start.
I mean, that's how I'm befriending Casey's cat and just slowly making her love me more.
That sounds about right, to be honest.
She and I are both very food motivated.
I figured out what treat she likes.
Sorry, I'm looking.
You're good, buddy.
Casey, I have your child.
Where are the dogs?
Literally right here.
Oh God.
No, she's been chilling out with them. Chewy, come here. Chewy. Yeah, no, they're literally just chilling on the couch looking at her.
Incredible. I love that.
Literally, she licked Chewy's face earlier.
Oh yeah, no, she's definitely a licker.
Banksy, don't you go in there. I will fight you.
Has she tried to lick the skin off your fingers yet?
Not yet.
It's a really pretty cat.
Dude, she's a supermodel. I love her so much.
Chewy? No.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous cat.
I would say
Lorilla is going to bed. She's not feeling great.
Aw.
Good night, Lorilla.
Tell her best wishes.
Night.
And that we love her very much.
Also, we're not going to tell James that I had the cat on the couch.
What James doesn't know won't hurt him.
Right, it's
We're not going to say that either.
Absolutely immaculate.
But yeah, she is a lovely cat.
She looks like hella soft.
She is, and she's just sitting here purring.
Jelly. I want a cat right now.
Love cats.
Not for me no more. No, I mean, I like the ones that we have, but
I like other people's cats. At least right now, I'm not in the place where I would want one of my own. Chewy,
Yeah.
don't you go in there. I will fight you.
Who has the best win record between Chewy and Banksy?
Definitely Banksy, but Chewy likes to play like he's tough.
yeah, he likes to
Banksy
put on a show.
has also gained 10 pounds since she went to the vet last. And I'm pretty sure she's hitting a growth spurt. And so it's just an interesting phase. Oh, I know. You're fine. Hi. We're not going to go adventuring. You want to go back to your room? Dad will end your life. Move.
Will end your
In
life.
short life.
Honestly, that's like the most earnest threat someone can make. I'm gonna kill you. I will end your life.
The frankness is effective.
Yeah.
I
100%.
have a dumb question.
Ask and it may be answered.
Okay, so since everyone else, I'd be like writing things for my character in the off time because I just like try not to do that. Like, should I be?
What do you mean?
What do you mean by writing?
So, like, you guys will write like little backstory things every now and again over time. I just kind of left it. Should I be adding things to that?
You don't have to, but you're more than welcome to.
So much.
Yeah, I mean, the way that we play it specifically, Kit, is whatever interests you. Like, if you want to add more to your backstory, by all means, go for it.
Okay. I just wasn't sure. Because I try not to mess with things once I've like left it.
I appreciate that.
I mean, I haven't like changed anything. It's just all been.
I didn't mean like
expansion.
changes, just more like should I expand upon it?
Yeah, no, 100%. I would. I mean, I want to know more about Den.
Same.
Okay. I will try and do so. Just thankfully, I think
It
that
adds more.
behind me
It adds
now.
more to like, almost like as a player on a meta level, being able to understand people's motivations instead of just having to go off of like reactions.
That's why I like SRP.
Right. Absolutely.
So
Like,
good.
because if we don't have any like kind of backstory, or we don't have that kind of software play kind of aspect, all we're going off of is Den's reactions to things, and we
I don't
can
think
all we
Den
can do is kind of deduce
can
patterns.
easily give his backstory.
I mean,
I mean,
think
maybe
you're
not in like a story level, but and honestly, I think most of that just kind of helps us as players know how
Right.
to, engage the story better, not to like impress that into the character to engage your character. But I think you know what I mean. Though.
whatever happens, Kai is still waiting to talk to Den on the deck of that ship from the first SRP message I sent.
What? Oh,
Yeah, like 2 weeks ago.
I'm sorry.
It's all right, man. I just like Kai's just in permanent limbo.
Okay,
in
the
that
funny
moment
thing,
of
literally
time.
since you sent that message, I just haven't been on Discord.
Noah, much thanks
Sure.
to you, sir. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Ooh, fancy. Get some breads and
Like,
some hearts.
there was that one thing on the 12th, and that was it. It just wasn't on.
Literally, I've been firing on all cylinders for SRP. It's been great.
Is
The
it,
only
Can we talk about how incredible the bread emote is? I
Yes.
love it so much.
it's so
I
versatile.
like it.
Casey, you have outdone yourself with just modifying it so well. Like, I wish I had your skills. Truly, it's just lovely.
I did make the bread with the crown by hand.
Yeah,
That was
see
something I
that's
did.
incredible.
I
Did anybody
honestly
catch
think
my
we
joke
should
that
make
it's a
this into a
shortbread
server
king?
GIF.
Because I specifically asked for a short king, and then I asked for the bread emoji
Jesus
with
Christ.
the crown, and I said that it was a shortbread king.
I saw it, I appreciated it, and then I ignored it.
How dare!
Majestic.
I honestly think we should make the Noah dancing as a server GIF.
Oh yeah, no, it absolutely is. There's an gosh, I love that fade injury. There's an unedited version of that too, Kit, that I'll break up into
even
later
better.
things.
All right, who wins in a fight? Dancing Gift Noah or Stripper Pole Jason?
Stripper pole
Stripper
Jason,
pole
all day
Jason.
long. All
Yeah.
day long.
Agreed.
I wanted to give you a Democratic court, but yeah, I got to go with them. Sorry, dude.
Does dancing
Yeah,
gift
it's Strip Pole Jason. Actually, I don't know if Kit has seen Strip Pole Jason because it's on Facebook.
I have
was
been
there.
told about it.
I'm just
Kit
so
was
glad we got
there.
it when we did, because
Yeah.
we will not get it again.
Unfortunately,
I think I was there that night.
We've
Repress the
immortalized it.
memory.
I'll dance as much as what you guys want me to. I mean, it's
What I want you to dance.
No, Noah
With my
doesn't need to
friggin'
dance
hands.
because the last time I saw Noah dance was when he was auditioning for Sound of Music and he forgot the dance and he made me not get a part
I don't
because
think that's
I
right.
was partnered with Noah.
He
I don't
danced
think
at
that's
his
right.
His wedding?
Yep.
He danced at his wedding.
Yeah, he did his wedding. Weren't you there?
And also, there's the dance gift.
Okay, well, I'm still salty about that, so it's fine.
Oh, okay. So you're salty about it, but it wasn't the last time you saw me dance.
That was like
Correct.
4.5 years ago.
More than
Maybe
that.
5? Is it
More
over
than-
5 years ago?
I think it was like 6 years ago.
Oh
7.
my god.
Something.
7.
6 or 7, somewhere in there.
Ow.
But yes, I'm still salty.
Oh, it may have been 8, to be honest.
Let's just
Sound
keep
of
pushing
Music
it
was
further
6.
back.
No, because it was my sophomore year.
Sound of
Which
Music
would have
was
been
like 6 years ago.
2013 into 14.
Fuck, we're old.
Mm-mm. Sound of Music wasn't then.
That was 10 or 11.
Sound of Music was the
Shut
was
up,
2014
kids.
14 to 15.
Okay,
Fuck.
thank you, Drew.
Kit, why would you fucking
I have a very
Oh.
unfortunate marker to know that.
Oh,
Kit
wait.
just-
Oh, Kit just posted the Noah dancing
Yeah.
gift.
That's
That's
what I
why
was
I
talking
mentioned
about.
it.
Yeah.
I'm honestly imagining it having like the star power look from like Mario Kart.
Nice.
Oh my god, that's a
Oh my god.
I just don't know how to do that.
I have no
Casey
Photoshop
can do it.
skills.
Casey knows how to make that edit.
Make what?
On
you
the
add
Noah
the star
dancing gift.
power effect
Uh,
to his dancing gif. Like
You
from,
know
like, Mario
whenever you
Kart?
get the star in Mario Kart, it just goes
Invincibility.
and it's like the rainbow flashing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure that you know how to do that on
I mean, I could.
It could.
Also, Noah, I doubt the answer to this is yes, but are experience points down for this or no?
for that.
Do you gain experience points for killing your master?
LOL.
Oh my
Already,
God.
okay, this is literally the Lord of the Rings moment of I already gave you experience points for killing her.
No,
I'm
I
not
know.
doing it again.
No, I was being facetious. I knew the answer to that question.
We've
So
had
good.
Just
one,
wanted to
yes,
get a
but
little-
what about second experience points? Or what about role playing points? Or
Inspiration points.
Did you used to get XP
You're the
points
one
for
who
picking
went back
locks?
to experience points. You knew what you did.
I did, and I also asked you guys not to ask me about experience points. If I give it to you, I give it to you. All right.
Yes.
Anyways,
1 year later,
it's
we've definitely
9:38.
done
I took extra time accidentally.
Okay.
Let's hop back into this thing. You guys are at the monastery. Time for a burial. Time for a funeral, as they say.
A funeral?
A funeral.
Are we not doing research?
Yeah. We're not even at the right monastery. Or is this for
I don't
the
know this.
No,
I thought the
funeral-
library was here.
for my-
Didn't you
The
mention
funeral
that?
for my master,
Okay.
Right.
That's what I thought. All right.
which I don't think they would be privy to.
Yeah, I don't think we'd be at.
No,
I don't think they like me.
probably not.
Monks are more accepting than you would. They're generally fairly open-minded.
I feel like
Unless you're
they're
Loxodon.
open-minded, like the PTO mom who acts like they're accepting of all people, but wants certain types of people.
That's the pally.
Listen, you won't be accepted in the new cul-de-sac barbecue unless you apologize to my daughter.
Brain coming in with the real questions.
Oh, I didn't scroll down. Didn't see it. Good question. No good answer.
Are they little boys? I had to make that one.
No.
No. There's no dancing gift for that one.
Sad bread face.
Sad
Tears.
Noah shuffle dance.
Tear bread face. Oh, that's rough.
I'm sorry.
You're not.
No, you're right.
Kit has no
All right. So it's time to Time to say goodbye. You all have been assembled in a lovely ceremony underneath the dome. It's a little bit later on in the day, closer to dusk. But again, it's already pretty dark out because of the massive canopy of the trees. The Callan, you can participate in this. You've seen it done a few times. Fists are raised, and then synchronized punches to the ground begin to occur as the sheer force of what that strength is opens a stairway down underneath the floor of the dome to where you actually give burial rites. The story continues.
Oh, am I kind of leading the story then? Yeah. I would have said, I would have told everybody beforehand that they would, if they wanted to, they could feel free to watch or observe from the staircase. But basically, going down in there would be for members of the monastery only. But just basically going down, and myself and as he was my master, I would have been given his stone, and it's literally just a progression. It's just whenever one passes on, it's like you are the next person. There's like a slot for you. You just take that next spot, and so he places it there, and he etches in his name as well as my name. It would be like the master, and then his the person. Thank you. Yes, underneath him, just to kind of show the progression of it throughout. You could trace, you can go around and follow the names of those around. And so when he sets it in, when you set in the stone, it begins to glow, and when it lights up, the others light up as well, and you just see a massive wall of literally thousands of these stones begin to glow faintly, and illuminate what is a large, just subterranean rectangular room that has a raised, kind of like a raised coffin-like pedestal in the center of it, which has it's just adorned with glyphs and runes and different types of almost binding magics, considering magics are not like ethereal, like spell casting magics are generally not monks' area of expertise. Ours is more of a natural bodily magic, but so we take a kind of a runic magic, kind of like a inscribed magic kind of approach to this, to make the table whereupon every person begins their journey in the monastery fully, and then down here in this room is where it officially ends as well. It's short. We don't belabor it, but I as a final thing, I take the sai and kind of stick it and make a point in between his name and mine underneath his, and I whisper to myself so that nobody else hears, but I whisper and I say, For so long, I thought that everybody saw me as merely a broken child, something that just needed to be fixed, something that just a puzzle to be solved. But ultimately, I learned that you threw yourself in the way for me so that my full potential could be realized. You looked at me as more than just some discarded piece of scrap. You saw something that I could become ultimately, and I realized that too late. And for that, I am sorry. But I swear that moving forward, I will make you proud. And I will do the same for somebody else.
With that, the ceremony does end. You all are giving Lodgin words. You all are given lodging for the evening. I almost did it twice.
I thought you said you were also given lodging and words, and I was like, wait, what?
No, I said you all are giving lodging, is what I said. No, you all are given lodging for the evening. And you all are welcome to continue on your journey to the next monastery in the morning. This next monastery will be a burial for Hopper.
Like I said, I think mostly it's just myself and Kai, and then maybe a couple other people. I know Yorick and Day said maybe they would go with us, but obviously they're not here. They said I was hoping that most of them, I could leave them under care of the monastery and they could do research and spend some time while we travel, because a lot of other people weren't interested in that, and so they can kind of pursue their own interests there, and we can kind of do that simultaneously.
I'm fine with that. Athanasius.
I guess this is more of a player to DM question, but it necessarily relates to that. He's, again, as I messaged, he's looking to speak to, somebody sort of about the crown that he has. And he's looking for the easiest or closest way to get that. I guess I'll have to take a gamble on whether or not I should go to this one or the other one. But it's also, if I'm able to, he's looking for an opportunity to be able to speak to somebody now, get their information, and if he has time, that's completely up to you in the situation, but he would try to go to the other to find other people to speak to about it. But that may come down to either your discretion or different roles or however you want to do that. But that's kind of what he's looking to do. And I guess moving forward, just either let me know or open it up for that to happen.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think what will happen, you're more than welcome to speak with the headmaster now. You're more than welcome to speak with him now. Yeah, Shorin would be happy to help.
Do you want to go ahead immediately?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. I guess with everything going on, do I see them, or do I need to contact a sentry or whomever to get direction?
Probably as everyone is adjourning from the funeral, you see an opportunity in which Shorin is just sort of standing by himself, not exactly wanting to be alone or anything like that. So definitely still within your prospect of being able to actually go up and speak.
Okay. I think one more meta question. Am I aware of who they are?
Yes, you are certainly aware
Okay.
of this order. Yes.
No. As in, am I aware of who Shorin is? Like what their what their position is, like what their importance is. I guess what I'm saying is I see somebody, right? But does
Yeah.
Athanasius know I should address this person as a master, or if I should address this as somebody, oh, he just happens to be in the order?
Right. No,
Yes.
you would certainly be able to tell that Shorin is the headmaster of this order.
Okay. Master Shorin, was it?
Yes, my son, that is correct.
Might I speak to you for a moment?
Certainly. A man of the flame. It'd
Indeed.
be my honor.
It's a pleasure to be here under, well, what I understand to be very different circumstances than I was once told.
Oh, yes. No, this place is usually a bountiful place of joy and mischief, and today it's a sad day.
Indeed. I certainly see such promise in the pupils I saw in the yard earlier. I imagine on a day that is not so gloomy that there would be a certain amount of laughter in the wake of gasping for air under the weight of training, yeah?
Oh, yes. No, you're very right about that. But it is not all of the physical body, it's of the abilities we possess within it.
Very much. I'm
Sort
sure
of
we-
a fuel that burns within us, as I'm sure you would understand.
That we would certainly agree with. And he gives a slight nod. I'm sure we could have a glorious conversation. However, if I may, I do have a certain matter that I do believe you may be able to help me with, or at least guide me on to the next tier of this path. He pulls out this magnificent looking crown. See, there's something within either me or within the pulse of my sword that when I saw this item here, there was just something to it. I'm not quite sure, yet I have a notion that I need to show this to somebody. I'm not quite sure who. I know it has particular significance, be it magical, ethereal, what you may call it. I would be curious, are you familiar with this totem in any way? Or maybe you know someone who might?
Man,
He does give him the crown.
oh, why, yes. It's an elven make, I can tell you that. It's quite cool to the touch. This crown radiates a certain energy that is very, very old, even older than I.
Meta-wise, I don't know if you want to do perception or not.
He's about 900.
Oh my god, okay. Because again, Athanasius is also a half elf.
Yep.
And he's, I think, about 88, something like that. Maybe 75 or 80, something like that. So he's, elven-wise, he's pretty much in his early prime, I guess you could say. So he's 900 years old?
That's correct.
Okay, am I able to deduce some sort of race? Is he elven?
Yes.
Okay, just want to get that. Okay. Ancient, you say? Older than yourself, my good sir.
Oh, yes. It is an interesting burden that you carry. But I believe that you're right. It does seem to have called to you. Begs the question, where amongst the line of flame do you lie?
Well, again, yes, you recognize the sigil. Yet have you seen, well, the torch? He very quickly, on saying the torch, just in a single swoop, pulls the great sword from its sheath and hits it against the ground. And in a very controlled flame, not the raging flame, but in a very controlled flame, it begins to light from the base all the way to the tip. He said, yes, you know the sigil, but do you know the torch?
I've never seen the torch bearer. No. I've never seen the torch at all, but I know of its significance. The flame runs deep inside of you indeed.
Yes. Well, you can no longer say that you have never stood before them. For he
That
stands
is very
before
true.
For he stands before you now.
So the torchbearer, a master of death, they meet. Very interesting.
It was a very intriguing conversation to have with now Master Callan. It was very enlightening. Nice to see a different but equally wise perspective on the many paths of justice and righteousness our orders so keenly seek.
I will tell you something that I don't believe even Master Callan knows. Master Callan is going to instead be a master, instead of being a master of death, becoming a master of life. And I will tell you, great torchbearer, that most goals are for a common good. But let's not stand on ceremony, my son. This crown you've given me, it's something that does not belong to your order. I believe that this crown, while forged for your order, was made for something else. Let's call it wisdom. There is a place rather far from here, and I believe there may be the original owner who is still searching for this crown.
A place, you say, the original owner. My word, may they be ancient.
As ancient as before time as you know it existed.
You see a almost childlike gleefulness in anticipation of what may be, what could be, an adventure beyond the horizon that he has known for many a year. I would ask, this place, where should I go?
One sec. I gotta find my notes. Sorry. I'll find my notebook and I don't know where she is.
Unacceptable.
Sorry.
Sorry, excuse me. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to step on your wine. Say that.
It also reminds me of the Finding Nemo. My. That'll never
Oh,
die.
come on. Where's my green firebound notebook?
Wherever you put it last.
Thank you, Caleb.
For anybody who
welcome.
cares, it made me really happy. I don't know about happy. It just made me laugh really hard. Apparently, Biden fell up the steps to Air Force One 3 separate times.
He did.
That
It
makes
was
me laugh
funny.
so hard.
Bless him.
He tried to
really
jog
like
up it and it
electing
just didn't go
old
well for
people.
the guy.
Dude, that's bad.
Oh, dang. I bet I know exactly where that green notebook is. I bet that it's
Is it in the car?
it is
No.
no, I bet
And
that
that's
it's
your
in my living room. I bet it's in my living room. That's okay. I'll get you the name of the place. He says something mysterious.
Okay, cool.
Mysterious noises.
Does Athanasius recognize the place or not?
No, and
doesn't?
neither will
Okay.
any of the members of your party. This is within one of the unknown areas.
Okay.
One of the unknown areas that was just released to you guys.
I mean, yeah, no, that's fine. In all likelihood, he'll probably still ask about it, but no, thank you for the more meta side of that.
Yeah.
So this blank.
Sorry.
Do you what do you know about it? It's certainly not any place I've been made aware of, and I've certainly been traveling quite a long time, my friend.
It is the oldest civilization that you will find within all of Unbardu.
Hold on. Is that not insert contemporary understanding of most ancient civilization? Which
It would have been
I guess-
Uto. I believe what you would have said would have been
Yeah.
Uto. And
that sounds right.
the answer is a big old no. Gosh, what is the name of the damn place? I'll just
Athanasius
put
is taking a
Ellington
bit.
because Ellington knows.
O2. Uto backwards.
Athanasius is taken a bit back by this. Again, he's uniquely confident in the things that he's been led to believe, for the most part, especially those things that have been revealed to him, not given to him, but revealed to him, right? You mean to say that there is a place older than Uto? I've certainly never met anyone who would say the same.
I didn't hear what you said there. I'm sorry.
He said he's never met anyone that would say the same.
Ah. Oh, yes. It's not a story the Jedi would teach you.
Sith legend.
Well, we've certainly gone well beyond, if I may speak frankly, orderling to orderling. He turns to the side, very glancing-like. Our orders teach us specific things. We know of other orders. We know of what they say and what they teach. Yes. Our order teaches one. Yours may another. But I would love to learn. Is this common knowledge within your order? Or is this reserved for more choice minds?
I believe that you would have had to have died twice and be 900 years old. It just sort of gives you a little bit of a laugh there.
We may need to have another conversation in the future.
I will be here until my dying day. If you need to find me, I don't leave.
Thank you. I will certainly keep you in memory and think back on this very keenly, Shorin. And I may yet come back, I must say. Yes, thank you. Takes the crown, looks it over in front of him one more time from most angles, looks at him again, the little confused smirk, and then puts the crown away ceremonially. Master? And then turns away to go back to wherever his barracks may be.
Of course. Kai, you have your hand raised.
Yes, I would like to go to the library, good sir. It's time to check out some books.
All right. What are you in search of?
I'm in search of the as the oldest history section that they have.
Okay.
Do I need to roll for something or
make a history check?
That's a 28.
That's about as books.
What
and by books I mean scrolls. I mean they're
yeah.
Binding had not fully.
Yeah. I'm looking for any information on 2 topics. Onyx weapons, references to Pain/standoff. So I guess 3. But
go ahead and make a perception check for Onyx.
17.
You see nothing indicative of the Onyx weapons in this section.
Okay. In this section.
That's correct. That's the section in which you were looking right now.
Are they laid out by sections?
You said you wanted to go to old history.
Old history is fine, but I mean, like, it's not organized by like section, like an actual library, is it? Or like?
No, I mean you found old books, and there's nothing in the old books about the Onyx weapons.
Okay, how about with Pain or Standoff?
Make a perception check.
15. No, wait. Luck point. Okay, that's a 27.
Okay. Pain. Let's get into some Pain.
Oh yeah, baby.
You find a whole book on Pain.
Ooh.
Pain the servant. Pain the slave, the one set to endure for millennia of millennia for betraying the great queen. Pain's job was to collect souls. Pain failed. Pain is very similar as to what you guys understand the guide to be whenever you all went through the hells. That's a clear parallel that you're able to see. However, Pain became demonized.
Demonized as in abyssal or demonized as in devilish?
Abyssal.
Abyssal, okay.
So Pain begins to rot away in hell. It's said to stay there forever. But those who have gone through the hells and who have seen Pain have always heard him cry out that he will bring death and destruction to all of the world.
Okay. Is it?
How much more you want?
I mean, how many more books I got in this library?
That was like the preface of one.
Okay.
I'm gonna need some more specific questions than just what can you tell me about this guy?
Specifically, how is there any mention of how Dia was able to trap him in the ring? Or Dia, sorry.
Oh boy. Yeah. Yeah. There's a certain spell that can be learned called imprisonment.
Fuck.
That's about how.
I'm excited.
Mother, Jesus Christ! If Blaga gets his hands on Pain,
I mean, I have that sword, Noah.
Which
It's not
no.
like both Noahs, I guess, because I have
Yeah.
the imprisonment sword.
true.
Yeah, if Laga becomes Madara real quick.
Just what are you gonna do about the second one? All right. Well, that doesn't help very much because I know Din's not gonna give that up.
It's more information than what you had, though.
This is true. This is true. Okay. Let's see. Can I check other sections for mentions of the Onyx weapons? Because I'll spend all night in here if I have to.
That quick to get off Pain. I hear you. All right.
Well, I mean, all right. Well, fine.
No. You've said your thing.
No, I don't want to say
go
anything.
Go into martial weapons and search there.
Well, hold on. I still have the book. I'm not done. I'm checking them out. I'll come back to them later.
I'm just not going to give you any more information on it.
There's also a chaperone. Like,
That's
sir,
wrong, man.
quite done with that book, or are you gonna like just?
Sorry. I'm still looking at it real quickly. Sorry. I apologize. All right. Let's see. What else can I ask?
The chaperone would also like to go to sleep sometime tonight.
Well, we just got here.
Take no heed of the chaperone.
You said it was evening, and you said you're staying up late, and I'm just telling you that there's a.
I said I'm staying up late if I have to. Not late yet. I don't think.
No, it's not super late.
Okay. What is the relationship between Dia, the Onyx weapons, and Pain?
Proceeds to break Noah.
That's more like a Wikipedia entry than a book entry. Go ahead and gosh, okay. First, I want to be able to see your dice whenever you roll this. So
All right.
tilt your camera. I want to be able to watch this.
All right. What am I rolling?
No, I want you to go ahead and tilt it so that I can watch the damn thing roll.
Are you there?
All right. Lovely. That's
He's
perfect.
just going off of the skill.
All right,
All
I
right.
can see it. I can see it. Go ahead. And roll for investigation.
Nice.
Okay. That's a 19.
Got him.
There are four things Kai is good at: Arcana, History, Investigation, Perception.
That's
Everything
the
a
only
good
four-
scholar.
Literally
That's a
the only
quality
four
wizard right
things your
there.
DM uses.
That's a quality scholarship right
Use
there.
survival for food checks,
I have a chef for that. His name is Dan, and
which
he's the best.
bothers me to no end.
If a scholar had the option to have more Arcana or Survival, he will go Arcana every time.
Dude,
No, I'm just saying
100%.
he uses survival a lot for the weirdest things.
Me?
You do. I
Yeah.
ate this food. Roll survival.
Yeah. Because you don't need medicine yet.
No,
How is that not, in your perspective, how is that not reasonable?
because survival is meant for tracking and finding things.
Oh,
Survival
also
is
meant-
not do
but
you
it's al-
survive.
But it's
That's
also
Constitution saving throws.
no. I've never mentioned
Makes
this
sense.
Constitution saving throw.
that
It's
makes
like
sense.
can you identify what this poison is if it's poisonous?
That would be
That's
nature.
survival. All right, I could see that being nature.
I just appreciate your
But
perspective,
survival is
Ben.
also setting up camp.
Survival was supposed to be the outdoors skills. Nature is supposed to be knowing about the outdoors.
We've gotten off track.
Yes, we have.
But it was so fun. All
Wait,
the
did I
knowledge.
say 19? I meant 20 because it's a +9, not a +8.
Good lord.
Unnatural
It's a,
20.
it's a dirty
got-
20.
You got DM. You
Yeah,
got.
I get it. I got.
I love that
All
phrase
right.
so much.
I stay in my lane, man. Magic and books.
Hey,
Let me pull up this lore dump. Give me like 2 seconds.
Yes,
Are you Samuel Tarley?
I could be.
Hey, while you're pulling that up, Noah, and everything, I would have come to find you in the library, Kai, because I knew I know that's where you would be. And I just come up to you and go, hey, I'm going to bed soon because I'm tired. Today's been kind of a day.
You ready?
But okay, sorry. I'll continue that later.
You asked specifically.
Go ahead.
Wait a minute. Am I muted?
No, we can
Oh
hear
no,
you.
I muted you. Oh, I muted you all. I couldn't hear a word you guys said. Sorry.
Ah,
All right, so you ready for this?
yep.
Sorry.
All right, the relationship between the onyx weapons and pain. Do you want the information that's important? Because I would rather save this lore dump for later. I can give you the gist.
Yeah. I mean, will my character? Yes, give me the gist, but tell me the.
I'll give you the gist.
Yeah, Discord me the lore dump, so I'll know, because Kai would want to know that.
I'll put it out there, but I'm not 100% comfortable with this lore dump yet, or about like just announcing it. So
Okay.
actually, go ahead and make a. What did we decide the vibe check was?
Insight.
Insight.
Yeah, but it's insight plus something else divided by 2.
What?
I don't know about any of that.
It was year 1, Kit. You weren't there.
Insight, perception.
Why
don't
do
know.
I miss these sessions?
Because you
Hold on, what
weren't
was it again?
there.
What was it
It was
again?
a year before I knew you.
Hold on. Vibe check was.
Oh, the year. Oh, year before. Okay, I thought you meant like last week.
No. Basically, what I want you to do, Noah, is I just want you to skim the book and find what's important.
Okay.
All right. That's what you got from this.
All right.
Basically, to summarize what you found out,
Uh-huh.
the big thing, without you reading too deeply into it, that way that it can be revealed in a larger lore dump later, is that the onyx weapons will be able to give pain a physical form. Pain currently does not have a physical form. The onyx weapons together will be able to do that. Who did we just lose? Kaylin, never mind.
Yeah.
Nice intimate session.
Can it also be gleaned that in that physical form, pain is vulnerable to actual, real, like, harm?
Quite the opposite. Because he has the onyx items, he becomes significantly more powerful, almost unkillable.
Okay. Anything else? Okay. You're probably gonna hate me for this, but I'm gonna try and do it anyway. Would it be possible to look at the important pages and make a prestidigitation copy of those important pages one at a time?
No, that would not be possible.
Those also last for only so long.
I know, but
It doesn't matter about how long it lasts. Your
Sorry.
DM has just said no, that will not be possible.
Okay, can I just copy them into my book then?
That would be a while.
Kit.
I'm sorry. I mean, that's me talking to myself. I can mute for that. I apologize.
I mean, I can mage hand while I go look at other books to have it written down.
You can't just. I'm sorry. I'm doing the same thing. My apologies.
I can if I make up a cipher system based off of letterings.
That is a creative workaround, but for story element sake, no.
So I would just have to copy them by hand then.
No, I'm saying it would be, you will not be given the opportunity to copy them down by hand. You have the choice to go and look at other books, or you can copy it down.
If I may, like, story-wise speaking, like, the monks probably wouldn't allow you to just, like, take out information from there. That's a lot just to give you access to it. They probably wouldn't let you, like, start copying crap down.
Okay.
Sleight of
Can I just memorize that then?
Ooh, that'd be a fun roll.
Yes, go
What
ahead
roll?
and make an intelligence check.
Ooh.
Intelligence check.
It's just your intelligence mod. It's there's not a specific skill for it.
That's a solid 17.
Pretty good, my guy.
12 plus 5.
5
Okay.
intelligence. Jeez.
All right. All right.
You were able, I'll go ahead and tell you what you're able to memorize of it.
Dude.
All right.
You were able to memorize the exact information that I just gave from you, but no more.
Nice.
Okay.
Forever.
All right.
Probably more than
Okay.
anybody has ever done from that library.
Then I'm done with that book. Can I go to the martial weapons section now?
Yeah, this is your last thing though.
Okay.
Graciousness. We love it.
What do I need to roll?
Go ahead and make a investigation check to see if you can find anything on the Onyx weapons.
I'd like you to just totally confirm. See 17.
Okay.
Plus 9, so 26.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to find some information about the Onyx weapons. You want to memorize that one too?
If you'll tell me what it is, and then I can decide. But yes, sure.
It's a list.
Sure.
Of all of the Onyx weapons that are known, or excuse me, the Onyx items.
All right.
I'm tight. I'll get it to you.
It's you're fine. There any hints as to what the locations might be?
No, it is just a list.
Okay.
Noah. Carter. Or
Yeah.
DM. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Is it possible, meta-wise, again, it absolutely will not affect anything with Athanasius or further. Can I get a possible correspondence with Legastrian's Onyx Soldier to whatever that list is? just out of curiosity as a player's sake, I'm just curious as to like the correlation there. And you
Yeah,
can tell
no.
me, and you can tell me if that has nothing to do with that or not. I'm just kind of curious myself. Does that have anything to do with the Onyx Soldier at all?
The Onyx Soldier is included in the list of Onyx items. Yes.
Okay. Thank you. I was just, as a player, I was just curious.
While I'm in that book, is there any more information about the Onyx ring that I have now? Because it's not been really described what it does in terms of the Onyx weapon or Onyx items.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and say no. It's still just a list.
Still just a list? Okay.
Yep.
But so it does do something then, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. I just haven't figured out what.
Yeah.
Okay.
By the way, this is not your only place for information. That's part of the reason I'm sort of stonewalling you on this, is that you guys are about to go to another monastery in which there is a specific amount of you who are going to be going to get more information, and the other specific amount of you are going to Barry Hopper. I hope you don't see my stonewalling as like aggressiveness or anything. I'm just trying to get us to that point where you're likely not going to be finding a lot of information from this monastery anyways, but I think from Hopper's, you most certainly would find more.
Okay. All right. Well then, I'm good.
All right.
I think I'm good.
All right. I don't know who had their hand raised first, if it was Casey or
Casey
Kit.
go if he's there, because I also have things to do in the library, but he's with the while in the library, so let's switch to Casey. So
Yeah,
I
Casey
don't
was-
think he's
Casey
going to the
was
library.
I was curious as to whether or not anyone would specifically take notice of my tattoos.
Make an insight roll.
One moment. That's going to be a 23.
All right. You get a few odd stares, but no one seems to take any particular note that it has any sort of significance. You're just a tattooed goblin that looks weird.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, no, that was my last thing. I'm probably actually going to go ahead and hop off tonight. I'm crashing from a long day.
Have a good night, Casey.
Anybody?
Hold on.
Oh, Drew is
Can I say one thing just before you leave?
Yeah.
I don't know how it'll affect things, and it's we'll see. I don't know if it's revealed or not, but I guess it's just a player something to know. Especially with specifically from conversations that Athanasius has had with Callum, and the sort of potential that Athanasius has seen with you as a goblin in general, especially from your prowess and from your ability. He's taking more notice in you. So he has certainly noticed those things, but I don't know if he would necessarily assign specific significance. But I would say, and it is need to be known on like a player level, that he absolutely has taken an interest in who you are and what you present.
Gotcha.
If that makes sense. So just from player to player, I just want you to know that about that.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. The goal
absolutely.
was more to see if there were any death monks who are going to be upsetting about Dark Army branding on their property. But
actually, DM from Athanasius's time in the war, would he actually recognize that branding? That's up to you, though, especially with his again with his sort of backstory and kind of going against the Dark Army. Would he recognize that branding or not? That's completely up to you, though. Because again, in Athanasius's defense, he's completely considered most of his killing to be very specific, mildly neutral in his own mind. It just is what it is. He hasn't really paid much attention to a lot of details, but he's done a lot of it. So it's just one of those things where I think it would kind of be on your discretion of like, because he's paying a little bit more attention now. Does he notice it or does he not? That's just kind of, that may be on you to decide that.
DM, no, you okay?
Yeah. Sorry, I got a work text that I didn't want to get.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, just putting out fires.
Oh. I hope everything turns out all right.
Management.
Not for much longer.
Okay. Is it all right if I ask you some library questions as well, Noah?
Yes, by all means.
Okay.
Oh, are you not?
So, what now?
What?
What case?
Druid asked Noah a
Oh,
question.
I am so sorry.
Oh, Drew, I didn't realize that was directed at me, man. I'm sorry.
It's okay. No, it's okay.
I thought it was Casey.
And I'll try to keep it brief. Relatively connected to Casey's tattoos. Because of the conversation with Callan, Athanasius has taken a little bit more of a specific notice to Brain as a character just in general, right? He's curious about the tattoos. Athanasius has a history of fighting, in the Civil War and all of these things. However, he has considered most of what he does to be relatively neutral, and all of the killing and slaughtering, this and that, has been, relatively blasé to him. However, because of the frequency of his activity in the war and his attention to Brain, as a player, I'm curious, would Athanasius take a little bit more interest in those tattoos? Would he recognize them in any meaningful or significant way? Or is it something that just kind of flies over his head?
Make an insight check. It certainly seems like something that you would take notice of. I mean, you said yourself that your character would take notice of it. So go ahead and make an insight check and make it against Casey to see if to see what sort of information you can gain from it.
All right.
Natural 20, and then it rolled over to an 8.
Oh, that's rough, dude. I got a 22.
Yeah, that's going to be a total 8. I have a -2 to charisma. No, sorry, that's going to be a total 10. Because I get +4 from my proficiency.
10v22, basically. So I do recognize the tattoos, basically.
Yeah, at least a portion of them, at least the most prominent ones. So Casey, what does he gain from your tattoos there?
I haven't really done a whole lot of thinking about them, which is why I was trying to sort of pawn it off on you.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so you have the pierced ears, eh? Is your head shaved? I can't recall, or do you have the long hair?
No, I don't grow hair.
Okay, cool. So on the back of Brain's head, almost in 3 distinctive circles on the back of the head, means that this was someone who had a high enough rank as to have a target on them. That's just a sort of like, hey, you know what? The only way that these bastards are going to kill me is if they come up behind me and shoot me in the head. That's the only way.
He also has the tattoos around his left eye.
Yeah.
If
Those
I
are the
may
ones for the honor.
If I may ask, this certainly wouldn't have occurred in the first, definitely not in the first session. And I guess it would just depend on where from his introduction. In your mind as a DM, right? I guess you can help me with this. Where would he have recognized that, or even kind of made a point to actually maybe notice? Was there a point that like kind of made it known to him, or was it just like passive him looking around?
Yeah.
Is it recent, or is that something that he's known for a little bit? That would just kind of help me to know how to kind of engage with it, because I will say up front that again, he's been very neutral about a lot of his involvement with a lot of different things, and especially with his interest and his, you know, his sort of scene prowess of these things. I mean, even if that is the case, he's not really going to care all that much. It's just something for him to know about him moving forward.
Yeah. So you certainly would have seen this type of tattoo before on other Goblin tribe members. Just varying other Goblin tribes that fought, that would have been caught in the middle of the Abra Civil War, stuff like that. You certainly would have seen it at some point. In terms of significance, or probably the way that you would have noticed this, Brain said that it didn't really have too much of a hood normally, but probably at some point in the traveling stage from the town where Bellius was to where you guys are now, I would have thrown his hood up whenever he was hunting, and then whenever he's pulling the armadilligator, or the delegator, is pulling the delegator, you know, around and stuff, and is like gutting them up and this and that and the other, just sort of waving the knife around, like the hood would have flopped off, and probably with the light of the fire, as the fire is getting closer towards you, it does illuminate that tattoo on the back of his head a little bit clearer for you to be able to see that this actually was someone who had a fair amount of honor, specifically honor, that word very specifically, within Goblin tribes.
So I guess to clarify, the absolute earliest would have been at the very end of the last session, and likely either in between sessions or at the beginning of this session. That's when I would have begun to have noticed that. Okay.
Correct.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
I think it might have even hit you as something of like a sort of sinking feeling, maybe.
Sure. No, it could be. Well, and that's also part of in my head as a player. It's like, oh, well, he could have actually been. There could have also been a part of like an aspect of him wanting to know more about Brain, of the subtle sort of subconscious familiarity with different markings, like of all the people that he had engaged with had similar kind of markings, but now he actually is able to engage with that individual instead of being ordered to slaughter them. Kind of thing. So yeah, no, I'll definitely keep that in mind as a player, and hopefully that'll definitely transition into.
Yeah, and if you want, later on this week, we can crack open a Sherpa and see where it goes.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No, this next week I'll definitely be much more open with things. Hopefully, my schedule will fall back into place. So.
I share that hope as well. But I do bid you all good night, sweet dreams, whatnot.
Good night, Casey. Have a great day, sir.
Good night, Casey.
Good night.
Also, should we say hi, Ellington?
I guess Ellington.
Hi, Ellington.
Pizza, yeah.
He may not say anything. That's fine.
Why can't we see Ellington's face? We haven't seen Ellington's face in months.
It's after 10 o'clock. He doesn't like to show his face.
He's a vampire.
I think he's a werewolf.
He is an ancient creature of some sort, and we have been blessed by his presence.
He's a werewolf.
I feel grody. I haven't heard that word in such a long time.
A grody werewolf.
What a quality word. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, we're doing
no
our
idea
best.
what Ellington's hair looks like.
It looks good.
Mine's gonna get to his length, and it's gonna be a lot curlier.
I saw you yesterday, Ellington. Your hair looked good.
I saw Ellington leaving the bank as he ran out with his mother and didn't even bother to say hey to me. Yeah, I was standing up there. I was standing up there with Matt.
Yeah, he was.
Called out.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, feel like a bad friend. I was speaking loudly, as I always do.
Noah doesn't have a low volume setting.
I'm gonna cry. Don't do
No,
this.
don't cry, Alex. It's a joke. Jeez.
It's not a joke to his
It's
heart.
not a joke. I was about to say. It's not a
No,
joke to
don't
him.
be sad. No, don't be sad. You can just if you're free tomorrow, let's work on my Pokedex. That's it.
That's the real way to do it.
Yeah.
That's a
Trade
real homie.
friendship for the Pokedex.
That's a real homie who works on the Pokedex. You know what I'm saying?
That's for true. That's so true. Someone who helps you make those trades. Oh yeah, 100%.
Good.
All right. Kit, you wanted to do some library nonsense.
Yes, I did. Okay. Few things. Firstly, I wanted is there like a recent event section like past 10 years? Kind of like a you know what words?
Yeah.
I forget the name of what they're called, but yeah.
Yeah.
Chronological.
Yeah.
Yes, there would be.
That's got it. All right. Cool. I'm gonna guess they're gonna be organized by like place.
By place and by year.
Okay, so let's find like the past 10 years section, and we're gonna start with Salon Pravati and Yuto.
All right.
Because currently Din's going in blind.
Sure. Within the past 10 years, a lot has happened. You want to go a little bit more specific?
Let's go with the first past 3 years.
Past 3 years?
Because this
Go
year
ahead
wouldn't be
and
written yet,
make-
but last year and that year before. Sorry.
Yes. Go ahead and make then a investigation check.
That is a 9 plus 8, 17.
17. Perfect. Yeah. You hear about you read about the rise of the Deathmask Druids.
Okay.
100%. You hear about the rise of the Deathmask Druids. However, something that catches your eye very quickly is that due to this massive cataclysmic event, almost all of Yuto was destroyed in some capacity. I say in some capacity, and almost all of the Deathmask Druids along with it. The population is coming back. The world is rebuilding itself in that central hub as it once was. The Deathmask Druids are let me go ahead and actually read you something real quick. Contacts are returning back to Yuto. The city of Yuto has been mostly brought back to life after the fall of the Deathmask Druids. They still exist, and they are still striving to bring the fall of Yuto, but they have been borne off.
I feel sad.
There was
now.
something there. There are speculations that there was some sort of great magical creature that was giving them powers that passed whenever the great earthquake happened and destroyed a lot of Yuto.
Oh, okay. All right. That makes sense. All right. Well, less invasion, more just go get things now, I guess.
In case you're wondering, Kit, by the way, that exact quote that I just read you was posted on February 25th in general discussion of the Discord.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh, no, that wasn't. No. I actually made a joke about it later, like a couple weeks after, and was like, I don't think Kit saw that. That's kind of funny. He'll get to that
Okay.
information eventually.
All right. All right. Second thing, let's start with the just location of what high elves that
Yeah.
Bale went to create his robes with.
Yeah, absolutely.
'Cause that would be how many thousands of years ago?
I think 1,500 years ago, maybe more.
Yeah.
I don't have the thing in front of me.
Should probably make a new timeline.
Yeah, maybe. I'll get around to it eventually.
Because I miss using that thing.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, I'll make that a priority this week.
Because that gave me a lot of good ideas in Alvin.
Yeah. Oh, I just accidentally put that up in chat, not in.
Okay.
Well, whatever.
Got it.
I'll still see it.
We'll remind you.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. That should serve as everyone's reminder.
All right.
The Jason just said, "Oh no!" ... No, it's not what you think. Okay, so specifically you're looking for great elves that would have come from a specific place to assist Bale in creating in creating the ropes.
Would it
Allington, while I've got you here, can you look up that place that I gave you?
Because I was gonna ask, because it had something to do like celestial and elves. Would it be like a mountain somewhere? Because that sounds like a mountainous place.
It's actually not.
Really?
It's a coastal city, believe it or not.
Okay. Weird noises?
Yeah. Give me a second. I need to get my story straight. My friends are in the bathroom. Getting higher than the Empire
In the
State.
Empire State, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
What a classic.
Yeah, what a good reference.
Our generation. That's a classic to our generation.
It is. Also,
Freaking
did you ever
more.
realize that the band we all called fun? We all just understood that it was fun.
Yeah.
But there's actually periods after each letter, so it's actually FUN.
I understood there was a period after in. I knew it was a fun period. I didn't know there was dots after each one of them.
I think that's right.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
Let me check.
I'm gonna
Spotify.
give you the location whenever Ellington gets it to me.
All right, then I will throw out my other question then. All right, so since I didn't want to go past 3 things, that would just be a little long. Because it is getting a little late. The third one was, if we're gonna do some Den backstory, I thought we'd do a book with the recent events of Delian.
Oh, okay.
Does that work for you?
Yeah.
Okay, so I would assume he would obviously have family.
Yes.
As he was part of the royal family, I would assume he would have had a large amount of brothers and sisters. Would that be wrong? Because generally they try and have as many children as possible.
That's right.
All right, so since it's his goal to visit there, can I get like a summarized timeline?
Right now? Save
Would
that
there
one
be
for this
anyone
week.
still related to him still there in the past 10 years? And would there be anyone that he knew still alive?
Yes, but post that question up in questions for your DM. That's a little bit more intensive.
Sorry, just.
Oh no! There's nothing wrong with that with bringing that up. It's just that I don't have a good answer for it off the top of my head, and for story purposes, I want to make sure I give you good information opposed to information off the top of my head.
All right.
Check the Discord, Noah.
Yep. Huh, weird. I definitely thought that like one of their album covers had f.u.n.
I don't know. Spotify is my god for music, so you know,
Worship and bow.
That's just how it is. If it says
true.
that, I'm gonna go with that.
That's fair.
It could be wrong. It could be completely wrong, but I'm gonna go with that. But again, in my head, I always went with. I knew there was a period at the end of it.
Since I'm
I knew
typing
that
it in
was-
Discord, can I flesh it out a little bit better?
I'm sorry.
Noah? Since I am typing it in Discord, can I flesh it out a little better?
Yes. Yeah, and even the same for Noah. Whenever we get to the next monastery and stuff, like whenever you want to ask your question, please feel free to flesh it out on Discord and stuff. You just may not get a straight answer from me in game because I want to give you guys good information opposed to information off the top of my head, because you both just asked me questions that I had not fully considered, or that I at
had
least
some
was not
ideas.
prepared to share.
Because I had some ideas for backstory, which is why I asked. I just didn't know if it was okay to send that.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Okay.
All right, Ellington.
Did you want the where they were, or where they retired, or what?
Not retired, where they were.
For like the very long time?
Yes.
Let's see. It's the Great Polius Verdum, specifically Ruined City Calobright.
That's the reason I couldn't remember.
Can you type? Can you send that in the chat, please?
Yeah. I think the continent was the Great Polius Verdum, or just Polius Verdum, but some people call it the Great Polius Verdum. I forget specifics. And then the city, it's the ruined city of, assuming I'm spelling this correctly, which I think I asked for spelling before.
I think you did too. And I just don't have my green notebook in front of me. I'm such an unprepared DM tonight.
You're doing great, man.
Ruined city, as in this is a city of ruins, or this has been a city that has been ruined?
It is currently.
Go ahead.
It is currently ruined.
It is currently ruined. Okay, thank you. Hopefully our English major over here can appreciate that nuance.
I don't know who you're talking to. That ain't me.
Okay.
I think I'm okay. Cool. Oh wait, I'm still mute. Oh,
Ellington, what are you doing?
We love hearing your voice.
Come back.
Come back to us.
All right. Kit, did I answer your question fully?
Oh yeah, I'm glad.
Yeah, I'm typing it out as much as I can right now in the question thing.
All right, good deal.
If it'll help you.
Thank you. All right. Athanasius, the Great Polius Verdum, that's the continent that I was telling you about, the one that's the more than, it's older than time itself. And the ruined city of Calobright, that's specifically the city that you're going to, where the crown would need to be returned.
To be returned.
Ah, dang it! Did I give a spoiler?
You did. Okay, I'll keep that. I'll keep that. I'll keep that player. You're fine. I'll keep that player wise. That's fine.
All right.
Glad to get the
With
name.
all of that, do I need to circle back to anybody?
Yes, I have one question.
Yes, sir.
I have one more question.
Yes, sir.
Matt will roast me for it. I've never actually done it. Can I examine the onyx ring?
Yeah, that I'm good with. I have this prepared if you do this.
Yes. May I examine? I've only attuned to it. I've never actually examined it as far as like what it's magically capable of.
You would know.
You would
that-
attune to something you're not aware of what it does?
No, the attuning is learning the magical properties. But effectively, we just say it takes up an attunement slot.
I'd never asked. Well, all right, meta-wise, I'd never asked, so I would know this. But so tell me.
Maybe for more RP purposes on all of our accounts.
Yeah, I still believe that you should actually. I believe that you should make an investigation check on it.
All right. 17.
Egad. I need to draw something for you, Noah.
Egad.
Great Scott!
Where's my pen?
There is nothing better than a nice, quality weighted pen.
That's what I got in my head right now. There's more, but like, words are hard right now.
Drew, that's freaking accurate as heck.
Isn't it though? Like seriously, it could be casual, it could be professional, it could be genuinely business. There is nothing that just like helps you along in your day to just pick up like, oh man, this is a really nice pen,
dude,
and then do your thing and then go on and you're just like, you'll remember that for the rest of your day. Man, that was a really nice pen.
Dude, you know, I hard agree with Drew on this stance because there was my dad had this like really great pen in his office that was like it was like a graduation present from like the University of Florida when he graduated.
That's right.
It was like a $200 like pen set or whatever or something, and it was like green and it had gold like filigree on it. Shit was dope, but it was like you could literally like Thanos that shit where you held it on like one finger and it would just stay there no matter what you did. It was like
just perfect. Perfect in every way. Just
DM Noah, this is a completely off question thing, but I looked to my left and reminded myself that I have these things. When I was helping clear my uncle out the past few weeks of his apartment, I was given what was left of the crates of wine that the guy had. Crates, mind you. So when we got there Sunday a few weeks ago, there were 5.
The answer is yes. I don't know where this is going, but yes.
When we came back Wednesday, there was a half of one. I have the remaining 2. Would you like the 2 remaining bottles and the Yankee candle?
How old are they?
They're not like super high quality. It's step above step above Mad Dog. You know what that is? It's Bars and Venus.
Yeah.
So it's but yeah, no, it's just 2 bottles of white wine. They're not very old.
You shouldn't know anything about alcohol yet.
I know a lot more than you would think.
Dude, I was about to be mad excited.
Kid raging.
I was gonna be like, yo, this is like some like a barrel of wine that my family has had for this long. And we just discovered it, and I'm like,
pass down the world.
Oh no, I know where that stuff is. That stuff's up in North Carolina in like a cellar 4 doors deep.
Drew was literally about to be like, where and when I will be there.
I was offering next time we come back in person, I'm gonna bring it to the dry bar, so you guys can have it there.
Yeah,
dude, that'd be sick.
All right,
I can't have it because it's obviously grapes. I'm not 21. My parents don't like wine.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like it's more difficult to get accustomed to than beer is, personally.
All right, Noah. This image.
Someone failed at playing Snake.
Or this is a really bad game of Hangman.
Get wrecked, DM.
I'm about to go to bed. Y'all suck.
We have you for another
hey.
hour and 1 minute.
You don't own me.
Owns. I paid for 3 minutes of playtime.
Prove we don't own you.
That's a Spider-Man reference.
Where do we insert quarters?
Up your button to the left, kid.
Jesus.
Do we just throw them into the tavern?
So, as you begin to examine the onyx ring, something very fun happens.
Oh God.
You get this beautiful little glow from this symbol that's written right there on the top of it.
Ooh.
And it sort of does this number here.
Ooh, Naruto.
Is there a
Naruto,
delay
too.
on the thing, or am I just mildly inebriated?
What?
Both.
Both. That's the answer that I want. Just keep giving me that answer regardless, and we'll be good.
Got it.
How fast were you going? Both.
Honestly, good answers in my mind.
Anyways, so it does that fun little glowy thing.
Oh yeah.
That's about all that it does. However, you may be able to discern something from that.
What do I need to do?
Go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Do I need to with my detect magic ropes?
Yes.
Okay. 22.
Bye.
Good night, Ellington.
Night, Ellington.
Bye, buddy.
Glad to see you for a second.
Or at
We
least
miss
the
and
black
love you.
screen that represented you.
We miss and love you very much. Oh, we're babes.
Oh.
All right. There's not a specific school of magic that is associated with this ring.
Okay.
This ring does something a little bit different. Sort of acts as a binding agent.
This is a meta question. That makes me think items without the ring, they would like get unstable, and you would need it to keep them there together.
That's exactly right, Kit.
Okie dokie.
And
Sorry
that is
if-
exactly
okay.
what Chiron can understand from that as well, is that the ring itself is a unifier, the binding agent for the remainder of the onyx items. So where does this put you with your piece of the puzzle?
Fuck.
Considering you also have this list that I have posted in Zoom and that I have now posted in Discord. You guys now have the list.
The onyx ropes sound heavy.
Yeah, I kind of
Oh,
want those.
Lord.
They weigh 80 pounds. Chiron breaks his back.
7 strength figure, 7 straight squad. Let's go. My price to pay
By
for
the way,
victory.
the onyx cup is more like an onyx chalice. It's not like a groin cup. Just
I
letting you know.
figured.
Dude, Payne tries to kick me in the balls. No, not gonna happen. Sorry, Payne. No, there's something I need to message you about very privately.
Yeah, by the way, was what I put in the questions for DM okay for just throwing out there? Because, like,
I haven't even looked.
Din is super secretive, so I don't know how to ask about background stuff.
We treat anything that, unless it's in like SRP stuff like that, if you ask questions about stuff, that's all like,
Okay.
we don't know that in game, quote unquote. So, and the only stuff like today, or yesterday or something, I messaged Noah about reading between Day and Kai's story, and I was like, hey, since we're really close, what of that information do I know? Maybe we just haven't sat down, the two of us, and role played it. But I was like, how much of that information does my character know, so that I don't metagame? So we covered that. So anything that goes on in there, it's like, it's just a way for us to do that, and then we are responsible for using it properly.
Right. 'Cause see, I know that I problem with meta knowledge, which is why I try and not read into that too much.
Yeah.
Or else it'll just spur out of my mouth.
Yeah. And because you have phrased your question in such a way, and I can, I'll go ahead and I'll go ahead and mark this with a, with Bread King, with the Bread King React. That way that I know that that's a question that was, that was a question that was asked in game.
Okay.
And that I should actually give you a full, I need to give you a full explanation.
Bread King.
There. I added that to it.
Aha. Perfect. Thank you.
Noah, I'm just gonna flat out ask you this meta question. That is my fear, and also kind of my hope. But there's not gonna be like a conflux of fate that has the Onyx weapons be drawn to the ring, is there?
No.
Okay. All right. About to say, because that would be dangerous. Very dangerous.
Yeah, the swords would just go straight into you.
Not what I meant.
Suck.
That would suck. That would be a cool character.
Would you imagine the Onyx soldiers being like sucked into you?
Absorb it. I absorb him. Like Kirby.
Drew, I believe I can answer your question to me without, I don't think I have to use any code or anything like that either.
No, you're good.
Yes, exclusive, however, included within the list. But yes, the individual aspects that make it up are still individual.
I get that. I guess as a player, I'm just curious for the sake of the list. All of the things that the soldier may have, right?
Yeah.
I see that the soldier or figurine is listed as an option under the list. Is all of the individual items among or absent from the current list? As in all of the 10 pieces of the figurine, is that present in the current list, or is that to be, quote, added to that list?
Yes, that would be added to the list.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know. So
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Uh-huh. All right. Does that answer everyone's questions while you guys are here in the monastery?
If
Noah,
you look,
you said one more.
it's on Discord.
Such a cheeky workaround.
I I'd already sent it. I mean, it's a super secret one that I don't think anyone remembered.
I'm not gonna be answering Discord questions at the moment.
Okay. No, I mean,
well, let me look at it. Let me see.
It's not an official Discord.
Oh, it really depends on what you're thinking that is.
Okay. All right. We'll play it by ear. I'm good. I'm question out.
All right, cool. Callan, you've been mighty quiet. This is your monastery, Bobo.
He's asleep. He went to bed.
I said Callan.
I know. He told me he was going to bed in game.
No, Lorilla.
Yeah,
She wasn't feeling
I
well.
told Kyron it was when you had us muted and stuff, and you were looking at the stuff, and I was trying to fit in something really quick, but I legitimately was like, "Yo." I went to Kai. I introduced my new self, and then I told him I was collapsing. Callan is exhausted. He has gone up, down, all around. He is emotionally spent. So he has absolutely crashed. But he wakes up rather early and goes out. There was a spot that I would go to all.
Oh, he gave up finally.
Oh no.
Kid, why did you have to say his internet's trying so hard? It finally gave up.
It was encouragement.
And he's back and better than ever.
Hello?
Hey,
I got kicked out. I'm back.
Welcome back.
So there's a spot. It was like a small, like little plot of trees where like in the middle, it was a fairly dry spot. And that was his place where he would go and just meditate in quiet. And because he went into the monastery planning on going a completely different direction with his whole entire life. And like he was planning on walking away from the monastery and just being full on with the party. And now this other like branch has offered it. So I go out by myself and I get very quiet and I just contemplate the ramifications of everything that has come up, of continuing with the party, of searching for answers, helping out his friends, but now he has a purpose again. He has a goal again of finding an apprentice, of finding somebody to study under him and teaching them his ways, and then with apparently a goal of taking over the monastery. That blows his mind. And so he is, I'm just sitting there working a way of joining these two worlds together and making them, be cohesive moving forward.
Yeah, no, for sure. So you spend the time and oh man, it's needed. It's absolutely needed. The next morning arrives. So here's the question. Where are you going?
Are we going to Hopper's Monastery because no one wants to go elsewhere till we get him buried?
I mean, Kai and Callan are.
Right. No, I think you kept like saying, "Oh, you all are going to this other monastery." The thought I was trying to do was like most of the party would stay at mine, while a few of us went off to Hopper's. If that's not what you want, and we would just come back to get them.
Huh. That was never the way that I understood it.
That's how I was constantly explaining it. So if I miscommunicated, my apologies.
Oh no, it could have been my preconceived notion. Do we want to do this the same way as how we not this past session, but the one before that, where we throw it up in Discord, you guys come up with a plan?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I mean,
especially because there's only 4 of us on here now.
Yeah. Pretty much.
5. Me.
Well, yes.
Who is iPhone? Is that Avonlea or is that Sabrina? Or someone else?
I don't know.
I don't own an iPhone, so it's not
It's
me.
me,
Who is me?
Ah,
Sabrina.
Hi,
I'm driving
Sabrina.
the baby around. I'm trying to be quiet and listen.
Best one. How long you
Hey,
been
best
here?
one. A
It's been here for a
while.
a while.
It just said iPhone, so I had.
It's an iPhone.
Yeah, I honestly thought that it was Avonlea because Avonlea also popped up as iPhone earlier. Oh, wait, no, that was probably you. Never mind. That makes a lot more sense because I don't think Avonlea has an iPhone.
Avonlea came up as Av.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Av dropped off and then was immediately rejoined by iPhone. And I was like, oh, okay, Avonlea just had to disconnect, reconnect, and change the name.
Plot twist,
No,
it was
it was
Sabrina the
me.
whole time.
It was me.
It's been you
It
the
was
whole
me.
time.
It was
Wow.
me, Noah. It was your wife the whole time.
Well, that was a
Oh,
you've got mail moment right there.
Boy, I hope I haven't said anything embarrassing.
Wow.
Always.
I mean, honestly, not tonight, surprisingly. It's been low key for you tonight.
I'm a pretty low-key guy.
I mean, as far as embarrassing stuff for the wife goes.
I'm wondering what you were out here saying whenever I'm not on the Zoom that could be embarrassing.
I am too now. Noah seems convinced that I'm saying weird things, but I don't know that I am.
What? You're the one that said what?
You're the one
No.
who said, I hope I didn't say anything embarrassing.
I was meaning
I
it
was
as a joke.
I was convinced the iPhone was Avonlea
Same. See?
instead of Sabrina.
Drew just fades back in.
It's also purple like Avatar too.
Purple. Where are you
Yeah.
seeing purple?
A
I
participant
am
is
so glad
purple
to
in the
hear,
eye.
hear your voice, Sabrina.
I'm glad to hear your voice, Drew.
Oh,
And Av was also colored purple, so
Very, very quickly, Noah, before we leave, because I know I'm going to be leaving at least, I'd like to go back and speak
Yeah.
to the headmaster.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me put my hood back up.
Yeah, I was like, gotta get the old man hood up.
All right, so Master Shorin.
I like his voice. I think you did his voice acting really well.
Thanks, fam. Now it's gonna be different.
No,
Oh no, you've
don't
cursed
you
him.
dare. I'll rescind my comment and make it very bad.
Can't hear you, Matt. Nope, still can't.
Yeah, you're super muffled.
You sound like you're underwater.
Hello?
Ah, there it is.
Ah, hello. Master, there's something that I do not understand, and I need you to clarify for me. Why me? There are dozens more who are more capable, more talented, more leadership capable. Let's face it, you've known me for the majority of my life, and being a leader of men is not within my wheelhouse. I don't speak well. I am kind of dumb in that respect. Well, you knew me to be angry. I still am in some ways. There's got to be somebody out there more qualified than I. I mean, I was planning on leaving. So I don't understand why you would choose me over literally anybody else.
Oh, my son. My son. And he just throws his arm up around you.
Which is weird. He's never done that.
My son. Yeah, right. There are better leaders. And there are ones who have less anger. However, you have brought to yourself peace before honor. justice before glory, and our order above all of these. You did exactly what you set out to do. Dariok believed in you, believed that you were something. Dariok would not have given his life for your first kill had it not been entirely what he believed was necessary. That's one reason. The other is for your devotion to the group. Third is our conversation. You said that, well, you said that you're not worthy, but you're not. But even before that, whenever we spoke earlier, you realized what the value of life is, opposed to being a powerful master of death. And my son, that is the hardest lesson, not just for us within this order to learn, but for all who walk the Bardoon. Do not just accept that death is a part of life, but you don't live if you're always running from death. You seem to understand that. Now, go and prove it. Live. Continue to live the same way as how you discussed, where you can call each other brother, where you love people. The world is big. The Bardoon at your feet. The soil that brings life to all. Those are incredible things. Those are things worth living for.
And how does one learn to love well? I mean, you've seen the members of my party. Some of them are, well, interesting and difficult, but I was difficult. I was not an easy person to love, so I guess I extend that same grace and understanding to those around me.
The last piece of advice that I can give you, my son, is that you already know exactly what love looks like in one of its many, many forms. You know it by how we say peace before honor. Peace is love. Justice before glory, even if it's a righteous justice. It's love. And our order your master loved you dearly. So how do you love those who are hard to love, like yourself? Remember Teriok, because he loved you. And when people let you down, there's mercy and there's faith. I may sound like an old paladin now, but there's truth in their religions. There's a flame that burns within all of us. And the flame is love.
I give a bow and then I hug him.
He gives you a big old bear hug.
Again, odd because he's not the yeah, but cool.
Is that the first hug you've received from the monastery?
Yeah.
Yeah, we love that.
Yeah. 100%.
I want what I said written on my tombstone, that whole monologue.
Dude, that's a lot of extra they're gonna charge everybody.
Sabrina will be paying for it. It'll be fine.
I'll make
Oh, come on. Who is calling me right now? There is no one who should be calling me. It is 11:26. Why is it my second shift person? Who is working night art?
Somebody didn't show up.
I'll build a tombstone and make Sabrina pay for it. Well, the great tombstone. What were you saying about Biden falling downstairs earlier?
Yeah, he's trying to go up the stairs, Air Force One. He tried to jog it and he tripped 3 times.
Legendary.
I think he banged his knee pretty bad too.
I mean, at his age, yeah.
He's gonna just show up with a leg missing. He's gonna show up with a brass leg, and we're gonna be like, "Where did he get that from?"
Oh my god.
Listen, Kit, that plan we talked about, keep that hush hush, because we need that dramatic moment when it ever happens.
Okay.
Matt may openly weep if we have to do that.
I think Noah's.
Hey, Noah Woodyard, just remember, the end is in sight. You got this.
Soon you shall be free.
I said, remember, the end is in sight. You got this.
I think it's more of like a start of a new beginning.
Well,
I want
yes,
that written on my tombstone too.
The start of a new beginning, or the end is in
Are
sight.
we gonna have to rent out like a city block for your tombstone, Noah?
No,
No,
is
what I want on my
entire-
what I want on my tombstone is who on earth is calling me? It's 11:26 at night.
Honestly, that's
And
probably good enough.
and
You have,
then it's-
you have 3 sentences. That's it.
And then
I
it's
mean-
just it's a bunch of ellipses after that because we didn't hear the rest of it because you were muted.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I muted it.
You have at most 25 to 28 words.
Really?
It's followed by
I have been intimately familiarized with those things. In most places,
Yes,
you have 25 to
logically.
28
All right,
words.
so here's what we do: we get multiple tombstones.
Technically, you can just get a bigger tombstone.
one of them is, oh, I got a text. Ignore.
That was in the shape of an iPhone.
Yes, that's all I want. Oh, I got a call. Ignore.
Ignore.
This is how it is. That's just my life. You know.
I mean,
All right.
it'd be like that.
So I think the
absolutely
plan
does.
is to get it all in Discord and talk it when everyone's there.
Yeah. I think everyone
can
should.
actually-
I think everyone should go ahead and make their plans very clear. I'm gonna make a requirement that everyone respond on Discord. Like
We can
hey,
use the
'cause-
campfire.
Yes, we're gonna use campfire this time. Everyone decides where they are going to be going, which monastery they will be going to, staying at, etc. And then we'll go from there. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Is it? And I don't know if you want me to do a check or if it's just on my own discretion or yours. That's fine. In Athanasius' mind, do you believe that he has gathered all that he could about the crown from where he is? Do you think there's possibly more or not? is there anything absent the crown that may be drawing him elsewhere? Those are the kind of things that are rolling around in my mind.
I believe there's something outside the crown that's drawing you to stay exactly where you are.
Duly noted. Is that my last question? Is that
It does have to do. It does have to do with your society. It does not have to do explicitly with the crown, but it does have something to do with your backstory.
There it is. I was going to ask: does it have to do with the story, or does it have to do with my backstory? Okay, it does
Backstory.
have to do with the backstory. Okay,
That's right.
That's all I wanted to know. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Okay.
All right.
No.
Wonderful session.
Yeah.
Stick around for the after show if you want, but I'm gonna go ahead and hit stop record.
I'm gonna
Bye.
get off. Noah,